What's up, everybody? Welcome to the start of week 4. Almost. We're getting ready because, the last week is over. Moving on. What's done is done. Let's get your waiver wire set. Let's start making some trades here. Got a lot of questions already. So, we're going to help you, of course, plan and prepare to win yet again. All right. So, we're going to answer your questions and figure out what is going on here. We already have some shakeups here in the football world, and it's only Tuesday. Starting with, mercifully, a quarterback change for the Giants. This is the first, but definitely not going to be the last quarterback change we see throughout this year. All right, so I think the big news today, we finally get to see Jackson Dart starting for the Giants. Russ, it was a good career, but I think it's time. Right, let's get a change here. But I think the question is fair to ask here: does this really do anything for the Giants' offense as a whole?
Man, I sure hope so. I mean, it was pretty much rock bottom on Sunday night there. I don't think it could really get worse than that. So I really hope so. But at the same time, I mean, talking about a rookie quarterback here, there's probably going to be some bumps in the road. There's probably going to be some struggles. So will it be better? I hope, because honestly, how does it get worse on Sunday night? That was pretty terrible. But how much better, really?
Look, Jackson Dart was kind of sort of surprising first round pick. A lot of evaluators didn't have him, necessarily as one of the top quarterbacks in this class, but it just wasn't really a good quarterback class. So there's that. And the Giants, look, he was their guy, right? They identified him, they took him. We'll see. I think this comes down to whether they can develop him any better than they did any of their other quarterbacks, especially Daniel Jones, which is, again, sorry, Giants fans, but he's looking pretty good now that he's not in a Giants uniform. So you got to wonder, what is it? Is it the talent? Is it the system? Is it the coaching staff? Who knows? We'll find out. But it is his first start. So Jackson Dart, at the very least, if nothing else, Dart, just throw it as much as possible to Malik Neighbors, right? Can you do that at least?
Please.
All right. I hope so. No word yet on Joe Flacco. How much longer do you think he has?
I'm surprised they're still starting this guy. I mean, if you really look at the Browns objectively, the defense is playing great right now. The offensive line actually looks pretty good. Judkins looks great. Judy, Tillman, Fannin, and Joku, I feel like they have enough weapons in the passing game. Like, this team just needs a quarterback. Like, really, this team could be a contender if they had an actual quarterback, and they're still throwing Joe Flacco out there. So, maybe they just don't feel like Dylan Gabriel is ready yet, which maybe he's not. Like, maybe he's just not completely ready, and they're like, well, we're stuck with Joe Flacco. But I got to think it's soon. I really thought it would be this week, and maybe it still will be, but I would feel like if it was going to be this week, we would have heard by now, because you don't want Joe Flacco taking all the first-team practice reps and then at the last second being like, no, we're going to start you, Dylan Gabriel. You want Gabriel to know he's a starter, like what the Giants just did with Dart, right? You want him to know he's a starter, prepare like the starter, get ready for the game like the starter. So the fact that they haven't said that makes me think we're stuck with another week of Joe Flacco probably.
Probably, yeah. And like maybe just Gabriel's not ready to be the guy yet. Or the Browns just aren't ready to wrap their heads around winning games, even though they somehow just won that game despite the passing game. So, we'll see. I feel like it can't be too much longer. Not a quarterback change, but a play calling change. Do you feel any better about Tennessee now that Brian Callahan has relinquished play calling duties? It's kind of like we always joke with this, like the players only meeting. That's the first sign, right? Once you give up the play calling duties, you're not going to stay around much longer, right? What's next? So do you feel like this is going to change anything in Tennessee? I guess it can't be worse.
I mean, yeah, it probably can't be worse, but is this what they're missing? Like, it's the play calling? Like, I don't think so. We'll see. Maybe. Yeah. How often does that usually fix things when there's not, a team? Like, it's one thing if a team's like loaded, like if the Lions were struggling offensively and you say, hey, there's a lot of talent on that team. Maybe it's the play calling. I don't feel that way about the Titans.
Maybe a little bit more. The play calling at stake here. Maybe Calvin Ridley actually catching passes would help. Yeah. Well, it'll be interesting to see if the target distribution changes at all. That would be the only thing. But anyways, so there's that. And then it's waiver wire night for a lot of you. At the very least, you got to start thinking about it if you haven't already set them. This week, I feel like there's just one name that really stands above the others. It's Trey Benson. Everyone's fighting to get Trey Benson because he's actually available in a decent amount of leagues. It's like at least half, let's say. Najee Harris, of course, done for the season. Everybody here has Omari and Hampton. CeeDee Lamb, Mike Evans, those guys are going to be out for a couple of weeks, not a whole season, but who is really the replacement there? I'm not really sure if anybody that's actually available as a replacement, but Benson is the clear winner here with Connor out. So do you feel like Trey Benson is the kind of guy you empty the wallet for, or is that going too far?
Well, I don't want to empty the wallet here for Trey Benson. I mean, yeah, it's still only week 4. There's going to be other guys on the waiver wire. There's probably going to be other running backs on the waiver wire, honestly. But I don't mind emptying a ton of the wallet here, especially if you need a running back because, I mean, yeah, sure, they'll use some Amari Demicardo, maybe some guys off the practice, but it's going to be mostly Trey Benson here. Look, Benson is a guy, we liked him as a prospect. It's not like Benson is, this isn't like Kyle Monin guy waiting in the wings or, some, I don't want to call him a scrub, but, somebody who's not like, this is a talented player, still a good enough offense to support, a running back. He's going to get the bulk of the touches. He catches passes. It's not like he's only going to be first and second down. So I would be willing to empty a lot of my fab for him, but not all of it.
Yeah, I just generally, unless if there's a situation where somebody does the thing where people do, where they drop a really good player after a couple weeks, like I'm done with Brian Thomas Jr. Like, just cut this guy. Okay, I'll empty the wallet to get one of those guys. I don't always like to do it for a player like this. There's no guarantee that he's great. I mean, look, James Conner, in and of itself, very, very consistent player, very good player for a number of years, proven player in a good but not great offense. He's not winning you your league, so I don't feel like Trey Benson, who is behind him, is winning you your league, right? This isn't like the next guy up in the 49ers offense. We're like, okay, you're taking over for CMC. You're super valuable now. So I feel the same way. I would make a strong bid for him if I need a running back. As always, going to say, let's not go overboard here, right?
Right.
Okay. You probably have other waiver wire questions. There are some players worth your attention for sure. And so you want to know who is for real, who isn't. Ask away. Also, of course, trade lineup questions. We're ready for it, right? No reason you can't do start sit on a Tuesday. That's what I like to do, so I don't forget. Don't forget also, before you set your lineups and your waivers, set your underdog picks. So if you're new to Underdog, if for some reason you haven't tried it yet here, you get a gimme pick, and right now it's Kyler Murray just getting anything more than 0 yards, and that's passing or rushing. So if Kyler Murray steps on the field, doesn't go backwards, and immediately get hurt and leave the game, chances are you win this pick. I feel like that's pretty good odds. So take the higher of Kyler Murray getting more than 0 yards. That's your gimme. And of course, if you sign up for the very first time on Underdog, use code ENDGAME, get you the gimme pick. You get also a special pick using our code and up to $1,000 of bonus cash for your first deposit. And for still limited time, new customers, if you play $5 towards anything, which you're going to do anyways, you get $50 in bonus funds added to your account. So all told, great time to do it. Try Underdog now. Also, try Draftlane, right? This is our app. If you have questions, you don't have to ask on the live stream. You can do both. Actually, we prefer to have both. Try it here and on the app. So we're going to show you right now. We do a lot of our waiver questions we get on the Draftlane app. So we'll show you how this works here. Just need to load it up. So We'll do a waiver wire question here first, and then you guys have questions. But let's do our Draftlane question first, so we can show you exactly what it looks like. All right. We do also entertain the trade questions here, that advanced trade feature. It's advanced because if you're on Yahoo or Sleeper, we can look at your roster and see who you got. We can look at your entire league and see who you should trade with and what you could trade for. And we'll propose those trades for you. So it's a lot deeper than what we can do here on the live stream. So check out that advanced trade feature. Again, syncs with Yahoo and Sleeper. And if you do play fantasy on other platforms, you can just use ask a question and just ask away. But let's do this waiver wire question. So this is a user on Yahoo. And so we can also check out not only the roster, but see who's available on waivers. That makes it a lot easier. All right, PPR, besides any recommendations you have, should I drop Tillman or Booty for Tucker or not give into the hype? What are your thoughts on Trey Tucker? Is this like Troy Franklin situation here?
I mean, probably, because we know he's not going to do what he did last week. We got to think Bowers is going to get better. We got to think Jacoby's going to get better. But he's still out there. I mean, he's still going to get targets and things. I mean, is this how most waiver wire pickups go? I mean, let's be real. Like, what waiver wire pickups this year are people actually starting on a week-to-week basis? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
Keenan Allen, sure. Keenan Allen, QJ, okay. Not Hollywood Brown. Not Wan'Dale Robinson, not Kayshon Boutte, not Troy Franklin. Yeah, I mean, this is like most of them. And it's not like Trey Tucker is a rookie who just had like a big game and now it's like, well, maybe his role. No, this guy's been in the league for a few years. Like, so maybe, but I mean, I'm not opposed to picking him up. It just depends who we're going to drop here.
All right. Well, let's start with the question that he asked. If you're going to part ways with one or both of these guys or anybody else, who's it going to be first between Booty and Tillman?
Well, I see Isaiah Likely down there. Who's his tight end?
It's Njoku.
That's not great. I mean, maybe I want to hold Likely then. I don't know. Or maybe I want to look and see what tight ends are still on the waiver wire too.
That's true. Okay, so let's do this. So let's see who's on waivers. Again, we can check out every position here. We can even do a search. So we're going to do waivers, and we can see. Let's do tight end first. All right, Sanders.
Yeah, there's no one on. There's no one on waivers here. So yeah, I'd probably just hold Likely and Njoku. I mean, you can definitely drop Booty. There's not going to be anybody that low down. You could definitely drop Booty. Who's available? Well, it didn't look like anybody great at running back.
Yeah, we'll do a quick search here just to be safe because it doesn't always show up right away. Like, I forgot, like Chig is available. Did show me. Hold on. It does that sometimes. Don't worry. Well, it'll work. Just have to go back out and get back in. Okay. No. Doesn't it know that we're live? How come it doesn't know that?
I guess not.
All right. Well, we'll get it to work. Hold on. There we go. All right. One more time. Waiver wire. Waivers. Okay. What are we looking for? Wide receiver?
Yeah, let's see who's available at wide receiver.
You got Burden. This guy mentions. You probably not convinced that Burden's any less of a kind of a fluke than Booty.
Well, no, I mean, the thing with Burden, though, is like Burden can develop as the season goes on. Like, I think I would rather have Burden, honestly.
All right, let's do that. Pick up.
I'd rather gamble on a rookie getting more and more involved. Like, Trey Tucker's role is going to be his role. Yes, he's going to – we even saw it last year, right? He'd have a game here or there where he hits a big play, scores a couple touchdowns, and then he disappears for weeks. So I'd rather just pick up Luther Burden.
And drop Booty?
I think you can drop Booty. Like, they don't even throw to the wide receivers.
Yeah. All right. Tucker, not a bad pickup, but Burden, more long-term upside. There you go. So that's how it works. We can check out the advanced trade question a little bit later, maybe, but you guys do have your own waiver wire questions, so let's get to your questions first. All right. Let's see who is first up. Well, let's might as well start with this. Fantasy football is pain.
Can be.
Speaking of pain, I mean, this is the epitome of pain. Chase Brown and James Conner were your starting running backs. That's amazing. That's impressive. Traded Tyreek for Chuba. That's fine. Brown, Chuba, Bill, Marks, and Harvey. Got J.J. Wilson, Myers, Aymanor. Prioritize wide receiver, running back. So you think he's good enough at running back? And what do you think about wide receiver? Wide receivers, it's solid but not deep.
Yeah, it's a 3 wide receiver. I think, you really could go either way here, right? Because, if something, knock on wood, nothing happens, but if something happens to JJ, Garrett Wilson, or Myers, now you're going to be feeling like, oh my gosh, I have no wide receivers. So I would just prioritize whoever the best players are on the waiver wire. Like if Benson's on the waiver wire, I'm getting Benson. If Luther Burden or Trey Tucker are the best on the waiver wire, then I'm getting those guys.
Yeah, really, Benson, like I said, the beginning is the only clear pickup, the only guy you definitely should target regardless. I don't think anybody else here, unless Manor is still available, which obviously isn't because you got him. I don't think anybody else is like a must add, like a priority. Obviously, if a guy like Tootin is still available, like a Matthew Golden, most of you guys aren't in leagues like that. Obviously, you're not. So, it's just going to be the best available. And I will say this too. You don't have to always even get somebody off the waiver wire if there's nobody worth getting. You don't have to make a move just for the sake of making a move. You're like, oh, well, I guess Blake Corum's the best guy. Let me drop Woody Marks and add Blake Corum. Like, what does that do? You're just trading one handcuff for another, and it's not like, you know what I mean? You're just rotating for no reason. So, yeah, if there's someone worth getting, get him. If not, just wait a week.
Yep.
All right. So we already answered. I know JCR Melts. He already asked a question earlier today on Draftlane. Remember that? So here we go. This is a different question. Ooh. This is not a thin waiver wire. You get to choose between Hunter Henry or Juwan Johnson, and then Juwan Johnson or Mark Andrews.
Like all these guys are just on waiver wire?
Unless he has both these guys and he's asking start sit.
Yeah, that's what I assumed. Because how could these guys still be all on waiver wire? I don't know how you pick here. Like, how do you not play Juwan Johnson right now? Like, he has not had a bad game yet. Like, he's not had a bad game. I think you just got to play Juwan. I know Andrew's coming off a monster game, but let's not forget what he did the first 2 weeks. And, Henry, yes, strong week 1, strong week 3, disappeared in week 2. I think I just keep rolling with Juwan. At least, it sucks when you play Juwan and he gets you 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 points, and Henry gets you 25 or Andrews gets you 25. But it sucks more when you play Henry and he gets you 0 and you could have played Juwan for 15, or you play Andrews and he gets you 1 and you could have played Juwan for 15. Like, at tight end, I'm like, fine. Like, just give me my double-digit points and I'll move. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah. Just give me something. I'll be happy. And you're just happy to not have to think about tight end. I think that's the real takeaway here. But yeah, I agree. Look, I told this to somebody else on Draftlane this afternoon. Was asking how do I improve my team. I'm like, well, I didn't see anything crucial at RB wide receiver. They wanted to improve at wide receiver. I saw that Trey McBride was in the lineup and Juwan Johnson's on the bench. I'm like, look, if you just want to roll Juwan Johnson at tight end, if you can flip McBride to get an elite wide receiver, which you probably could, do that. Do that. You don't have to worry. Tight end, you're good enough at tight end. And if you can improve your wide receiver room, why not do that? All right. So, Cody, we basically just answered this, but here it is. Trey Benson has to be the priority pickup over Trey Tucker.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. We're talking about a starting running back versus the third option in the passing game. Yeah, has to be.
Yeah. So then later he dropped his team, and I don't think it really matters your need. You're always going to want a guy who's clearly the number one RB and honestly could be like a workhorse as opposed to a guy like Trey Tucker. So, yeah.
Yes.
Let's see now. Jordan made some deals here. It's an 8-teamer. All right. Traded Nico, got Genty plus Neighbors.
Wow. Okay.
Wow. All right. Now is more stacked. Would you bench Brown and Genty for Judkins?
I would. Yeah, I'm doing it this week. I don't know if you guys saw the running back video today, but I've got Judkins at a solid, borderline strong start right now. I've got Chase Brown only as a flex. I still have Genty as solid, but I like Judkins more than both of them.
Yeah, like not giving up on Chase Brown, or some people are like, yeah, he's done. You can get rid of that guy. No, that's a little premature. But I could bench him for a good running back, sure. Let's see, Soul 315. Just add the membership. Appreciate that. We'll do any questions of yours that we see. Someone who is a longtime member. It's Royland. What's up, Royland? Would it be silly to trade away Judkins for either BTJ or Igbuka?
I mean, as crazy as it sounds, I think it's silly to trade him away for BTJ. Why? Like, why take on the Judkins looks good. He's getting all the touches. Like, why trade that away for the risk of BTJ? Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, sure, maybe at some point we get the BTJ we thought we were going to get, but Judkins probably only going to get better. So I'm not doing that. Igbuka's a little bit closer because, of course, we do know Godwin now out. Not Godwin. Evans now out 3 to 4 weeks with the hamstring. Godwin could be back, though. I mean, look, they're saying that it's not the hamstring injury for Evans not as bad as last year. So when he came back from that hamstring injury, he was totally fine. So you got to think he's going to be totally fine again this year when he comes back. So I could see Igbuka's value probably is at peak right now. Is Igbuka going to get better than this as the year goes on? That's my worry. Like, are we already seeing the best of Igbuka right now? I think I just keep Judkins here over both these guys, honestly.
Yeah, this is something that's going to draw the pitchforks and the torches, right? But I agree. Yeah. I think Igbuka is a sell high. This is the time to sell high if you can, right? I don't think Judkins is high enough, meaning you could get better. But on the flip side here is like, I'm not going to do this. Now, I could buy BTJ. I'm okay with that because it should be there. I don't feel like this guy's going to all of a sudden just flop, right? We saw the bad game. He dropped passes. He was afraid to get hit. He'll get over that. He still makes plays. He's getting not only a lot of targets, but he's getting a lot of favorable targets. I was actually digging into data for different Jags receiver. BTJ is getting one of the highest rates of those horizontal crossing routes, which is the most favorable for a wide receiver. And he's just getting a lot of targets. And Travis Hunter is disappearing. So anyways, I'm okay doing this for BTJ, but I wouldn't do it for Igbuka. Mary Jo. Pick up. You can't get them both. Scatterboo or Judkins.
Both. I think it's got. I mean, but Judkins has to be the priority here. I mean, he looks so good. Yeah, I think Judkins has to be the priority, but get them both. Plus, Tracy's not like a season-ending injury. Tracy will be back at some point.
Or that's a good point. That's true. But yeah, I think this is her 8-teamer. She's got an 8-teamer and a 10-teamer. I think the second league is probably the 10-teamer. So we got Tucker, we got Wandale. Io Manor, Shepard.
I still am gonna go Io Manor. Is it Io Manor? I like Io Manor. But if his name is Io Manor, I guess I gotta call him Io Manor.
I looked it up. You know, that's one of my things. I want to pronounce it right. So I was like, I've been saying Io Manor. It feels right. No, Pro Football Reference, it says it's Io Manor, like a manor.
All right, Io Manor doesn't quite have the same ring, but his name is his name. I think it's got to be him. Like, again, I mean, Sterling Shepard. Come on, what year are we in here? Wan'Dale, Wan'Dale is gonna have those. He's gonna have those games, and everybody's gonna freak out again, and then he'll kill everybody the next week. Tucker, same thing. Let's see if Io Manor still sounds so weird. See if Io Manor, can. Again, rookies tend to get better as the year goes on. So the fact that he's already doing this should be encouraging that, hey, maybe it can get even better.
Yeah. The guy who's, look, I'm honestly almost the number one receiver in his team right now. If Calvin Ridley doesn't do something, then he will be. But again, let's see if the play calling change does anything. I doubt it, but you know how it should be. I would really love if it was pronounced. It was like, "Hey, yo, man," or that would be awesome. I'm just gonna say that. Hey, yo. What's up, Alan? Half PPR. Choose a receiver and a flex. Pickens, Adams, Scatterboo.
Adams definitely going to be my receiver. He's a strong start for me this week. Scatterboo Pickens is so close, especially in half. I know Pickens, it's like, oh, there's no CeeDee Lamb. He's going to get all the targets. Is he? I don't know if he is. I think half the time Pickens doesn't even try, honestly. I think half the time he's just like, And the other half he's out there trying and getting mad that he's not getting the ball, throwing his helmet on the sideline, having a tantrum. And it's the Packers. Going against the Packers this week.
Right. That's what I was wondering. Is this the matchup because it's that Green Bay defense, or sounds like you also have some just concerns about Pickens being the guy.
Yeah, it's both for sure. It's both. But I mean, at the same time, I can't act like there aren't significant concerns for Scatterboo. Like they're playing the Chargers, a good defense. He's in the Giants offense, a bad offense. Rookie QB starting. Does that necessarily mean good things? Will he get the ball checked down to him as much? I mean, Scatterboo probably your safer choice here because we know he's going to get, 15 plus carries and at least probably catch a couple passes. I don't think Jackson Dart is just going to chuck it down the field all game. Like I'm pretty sure Jackson Dart will take some checkdowns when they're there. So I'm probably going to go Adams and Scatterboo this week, honestly. But the Scatterboo Pickens is very close for me.
Interesting. Well, I think the fact this is half does make it closer. Scatterboo, should be solid. Look, there's no guarantees here. I feel like they're gonna have to plan to get Pickens the ball, and whether he steps up to the challenge, we'll see. But I think I got to go for that upside. So, but I do think we're gonna hear when we get the start sit questions throughout the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, especially. I think a lot of people are gonna be like Pickens or AJ Brown, Pickens or Jamar Chase. Just assume you got to lock Pickens in now, right? I don't think it's that simple, but I can go Pickens over Scatterboo. Running back, receiver, and a flex. Chase Brown, Judkins, Pickens. Pearsall, Pickens again, and London.
You really want us to pick Pickens, huh? I'm saying I'm going Judkins at running back. I think I still have to go Drake London over these guys at wide receiver. And then I'm going to go Pearsall at the flex. So Judkins, London, Pearsall.
Yeah. No, I'm with you here on this because, I mean, again, guy like London, I think this is a bounce back week for London. And then Pearsall, love me some Pearsall. So I can sit Pickens for those receivers. There you go. Now you don't have too many Pickens. And thank you, Alan. why wait till the end? Yeah, you don't have to wait till the end. Hit the like button
Yeah.
now. And if you haven't subscribed, again, kind of shocked because you brought it to my attention that not everybody who watches actually subscribes. Don't know why. Just do it. Takes a second. KJ Sticks. Having a hard time trying to decide. Okay, we need a QB, 2 running back, 2 receivers, 2 flex. Caleb, DJ, Nix.
QB here. I'm going Caleb Williams this week against the Raiders. Caleb Williams. Did I see this right? Caleb Williams right now. Let me make sure it's right before I spout out some nonsense here. Yes, Caleb Williams, you're QB3 right now, behind only Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen. How do you not start Caleb? I know he's not going to throw for 4 touchdowns again, but how do you not start Caleb Williams right now? I think you got to go Caleb Williams. It looks like Charbonnet's playing. He was full again today. So it looks like Charbonnet is playing. I honestly think I'm going Hampton and Judkins at running back. Am I irrationally high on Judkins this week? We will see. Nico Sutton at wide receiver. QJ will definitely be a flex, and I probably still flex Walker here, even if Charbonnet plays.
All right, that's fair. Kind of annoying if Charbonnet does come back, but that's just how it's going to be. Yeah, I agree with you on Caleb. One thing I also saw, Bo Nix, according to PFF, take that for what it's worth. He is the lowest graded quarterback right now. While starting.
Well, I'm not surprised. I mean, he missed a bunch of easy throws on Sunday. Like, Bo Nix should have had a huge game. He missed a bunch of easy throws.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So no changes there for me. I agree with all that. Let's go to Moises Gonzalez. Hey, and not good. Bengals definitely not doing their part here to help you out. 0-3. It's okay. It's not too late. So what do we do here for waivers and trades? This is his squad. Got Jamar Chase. Got JMO. Sutton Johnson, Hollywood, JD, Chase Brown. Okay. On the bench. Those guys, any waiver wire picks here are actually going to help.
Probably not.
I don't know.
I mean, yeah, if JD's out, you could play Mariota. Although I don't mind Geno this week. I do like Geno. I mean, look, if you want to, what was the rest of his bench? Got Dobbs, Corum, and Joku. I mean, I think Hollywood is droppable, but I mean, am I dropping? I mean, if you want to drop him for Ollie Gordon, I guess that's okay. But I don't think Ollie Gordon is saving your team this week.
No, might need to do more than just pick up 1 or 2 of these guys. Again, I don't want to dump Chase Brown or just like sell him off for nothing. No. Don't do anything with Jamar Chase. You're just going to have to start him. Hope JD comes back. Henderson, hope he gets better. You do have talent on your team. It's not a bad team. Just, bad start. That's for sure. Jay, non-PPR. We need 1 quarterback, 2-2-1-1 flex. Okay, so got Goff, CMC Mason. I think other running backs. 2 receivers, a tight end, and a flex.
Well, I mean, running back's easy, CMC and Mason. You got to go Keenan, Ted, a wide receiver. Flex is certainly going to be tough this week because you're not going to have Evans. You basically don't have Higgins. You don't have Sampson. You don't have Pacheco. Oh, man. I mean, are we just playing the 2 tight ends and hoping for the best? I might just play the 2 tight ends here and hope for the best. You can't start. You literally cannot start Evans. You cannot start Dylan Sampson. You cannot start Pacheco. I mean, maybe you could take a chance on Higgins here, like maybe, but come on, against the Broncos after what we just saw last week, I don't think so. In Denver, I might just start the 2 tight ends, honestly.
Yeah, I think that's your best option right now. And look, this is non-PPR, so you're hoping for a touchdown. Better chances one of those Both those tight ends scored last week, so yeah, might as well. All right, back to JCR. So he just got an interesting offer. Sutton for Genty. Would you take Genty here?
So you're getting Genty. Oh, you're Sutton for his Genty. So I would leave you with a Dunze, T-Mac, Worthy, and Rice. But here's the thing, like, I think long term, this would be good for you. But we're looking at CD potentially going on IR, which means 4 games at least. That means you're rolling with Odunze, T-Mac, and hopefully Worthy if he plays, and then Rice when he comes back. Like, can you get by with that? I mean, can you get by? Like, look, if you only need 2 wide receivers, if you can flex like Achane, Brees, and Genty, I don't mind this. But at the same time, I think I probably just hold Sutton here. Like, Sutton's been really good. Sutton's probably going to continue to be really good. Like, yeah, Genty could get better, but I think I just hold Sutton here.
There's obvious risk because, like you said, what if Worthy doesn't play this week or he gets re-injured? You got a Dunze and T-Mac, and that's it. I would only do this if you could maybe get a receiver. I don't know who's available on waivers that you could play and be good enough with. I mean, I would like Genty here because I feel like Swift is going to be droppable pretty soon, and you're not deep at running back apparently. So in a vacuum, I would like to do this, but only if you can get by somehow receiver, or if we would like know for sure where he's playing. Gabriel, good evening. Ran into the Vikings defense, just like the Bengals.
Jeez.
All right, so 2 running back, 2 receiver, 2 flex. In trade talks for Benson. All right, okay. It's time. It's time to have that talk. Time to have the talk about trading a good player for a guy that was just picked up off waivers.
2 running backs are going to be Chuba and I guess Henderson. Oh boy. 2 wide receivers will be Puka and Neighbors. 2 flexes will be Agbuka and Pearsall. I mean, I understand why you would want Benson. I think I would prefer Pearsall. Like, I know Pearsall is going to be a big part of that 49ers offense all year, but yeah, I mean, it's a 2 wide receiver, 2 flex league. Like, I don't know if I want to give up those guys for Benson.
Yeah. I wouldn't give either of those guys just for Benson straight up. Yes, try to get Benson off waivers. Not trading for a guy who's just plucked off of waivers. There's no guarantee that he's the next James Conner, that he's good. So I don't know. I wouldn't do that. I would trade for a proven running back, but I'm not giving up Agbuka. That's not selling high enough. Juan Pablo Guerrero, 3-0. That's what we like to see. But Lamb is out. McMillan, Pearsall, Golden, got Taylor, Cook, Mason, Henderson, Kraft, Ferguson. Is this a team that should try to trade for a receiver?
I mean, yeah, when your wide receiver 1 is Ted McMillan and your wide receiver 3 is Matthew Golden, you probably need to trade for a wide receiver. I might try to flip one of those tight ends, honestly, because I feel like they've been so good. And there's a lot of teams out there that really could use a tight end. Like, could we flip? I mean, you might be able to flip Ferguson for like a Xavier Worthy right now. Maybe a Jacoby Myers coming off a not great game.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I think I would take those guys.
Yeah, I mean, you saw week 3 wasn't as good, of course, but week 2, after Tucker Kraft went off, everyone's like, "Yeah, I'm dropping Trey McBride. I don't need him anymore. I got Tucker Kraft." It's like, okay. So if Kraft has a big game this week, his value goes back up. Ferguson's coming off 2 big games, and I think with CD out, yeah, there are teams that could want Ferguson. So that's a good idea. Try to buy low on a good receiver. Not T. Higgins, though. Tyler C., what's up? This is the 0.7 PPR league. Got BTJ Ladd, JMO Golden, Coleman, Bijan, Mason, Pollard, Harvey, JCM, Algier Spears, Henry Likely. Who to drop for a guy like Benson and or Io Manor? And how much?
I'm just saying right now, Spears is my first drop. He's my first choice. I know he's going to come back next week, but what is he walking into? He's walking into a backfield dominated by Tony Pollard and an offense that can barely score one touchdown a game. Like I will easily take Benson over Tyjae Spears. Now, how much you're going to drop on Trey Benson is going to come down to how aggressive your league is. And there's no way to know that unless you've been in the league for a while. But Tyler, I know you were at least in this league last year because I remember your 0.7 PPR league. So if you've been in this league for multiple years, hopefully you have a good idea of how aggressive people are. And I would always err on the side of being extra aggressive because the thing is, like, if you miss out on Benson, like let's say you're trying to be cheap or frugal or whatever you want to call it, and you miss out on Benson, and he ends up being a top 15 running back the rest of the season, you're not going to be like, well, at least I still had my fab. Nah, fab isn't scoring fantasy points. So think about try to think about your league, what you've seen in the past, like how aggressive are people, and then maybe bid. I would probably go a little more aggressive than I think I need to go to make sure I get them. But I'm not dropping it all. If somebody's dropping all 100, well, I'm not getting Trey Benson then.
No, exactly. And then this is a 10-teamer, so generally a little easier to find something off the waiver wire. So yeah, I would. And with your team, okay, Mason's good as RB2, but not amazing. So I get this. I think you could go over 50%, but I wouldn't go over like 75%. But again, it just depends on your league. All right. Alio Manor, you shouldn't need to put more than a couple of bucks, really.
Right.
NTY, what's up? 3-0 also. Here we go. Defensive streaming question. Nice and early. Bills, Jags, Commies, Panthers, Texans, Falcons. Let's see. Okay.
All right.
Bills.
These DST, I don't know. I don't even know. With all due respect to our amazing audience and all you amazing people out there, why do we still get DST and kicker questions? We're like the worst at this. We're like legit the worst at this. Like,
well, the kicker.
Come on, there's got to be
kicker questions. But DST, I mean,
there's got to be people out there better than us at DST and kicker, like almost certainly. All right, who are we looking at here? Bills, Jags,
the Bills are at home against the Saints. It's got to be your top choice.
Yeah, I think Bills against Saints got to be top choice. So just be ready for the Bills to give up. Be ready for the Bills to give up 3 touchdowns to Spencer Rattler somehow.
Yeah, the Jags are probably your least favorite choice here. They're on the road against the 49ers. That's not a good spot for them. I think it's Bills. I can't start the Panthers defense. Sorry. I think Texans are number 2. They have a legit defense. So I'd say Bills and Texans. And then I guess we'll throw Falcons third. All right. Also from NTY, 10-teamer, Flex Monty or Franklin Dobbs Hunter.
Yeah, I don't love Monty this week because it's the Browns. They've been really good. But at the same time, I'm not starting Franklin Dobbs or Travis Hunter. Nah, just roll with Monty and take whatever he gives you.
Yeah, I look at this tricky because I think I said Monty is down to like the flex range here at running back because of the matchup, Browns. After last night, I might need to at least move him up a little bit. And I do like Dobbs this week. I'm not putting Dobbs over Monty.
All right, hold on. Because I think this is a mistake that we make a lot and a lot of people make. You can't look at what he did last week and have it change what you think he's going to do this week. Like,
no,
because it's not no, there's no but. Like, it's like if you thought before, like if you thought like, okay, this is a tough matchup, I don't really like Monty, and then it's like, well, he ripped off a 70-yard run, he scored 2 touchdowns. Now I got like, wait, like he does that sometimes, right? He can do that. Like, it shouldn't change the way you feel about Monty.
It doesn't change where whether I'm starting him or not. I mean, compared to Dobbs, I'm still starting him over Dobbs anyways. Like, even if he got 20 yards last night. But you got to feel good about Monty, seeing him do that. All right. Martin Beachy. Should I drop Brees Hall, Calvin Ridley, Xavier Worthy, Kenneth Walker, Ricky Pearsall, or Justin Fields?
No, I would actually start Fields over Baker this week.
This is for either Judkins, Godwin, or both.
Drop. I mean, look, yeah, drop one of those QBs for Judkins. Absolutely, 100%. Do it now. I'm not dropping anybody else. I mean, maybe I could consider Ridley, but I don't want to drop Ridley already. Like, this seems too soon to drop Ridley. But I would definitely drop whatever QB I'm not playing this week, and I would get Judkins, 100%.
Yeah, I was a little taken back by this question. Like, why would you drop those players? If Judkins and Godwin are out there, yeah, I don't want to drop Ridley, but for Godwin, I might do it. We got to get Judkins, so definitely go Judkins. Benny, somehow 0-3. That's okay. I know Benny's in a lot of leagues too. Traded BTJ for Nico. Good idea.
Yep.
Okay, so here's the squad. Someone offering Odunze and Igbuka for Lamb and Higgins.
I mean, you're 0-3. I think you take this. You can't have Higgins in your lineup. And Lamb isn't going to help you for at least the next 3, 4 or more weeks. Odunze's been a stud. Igbuka's been great. I think you have to take this. I think you have to.
Yeah. Preseason would have said hard no, but look, Odunze has lived up to everything we could have hoped for and more. So he's been great. And exactly, you need to do something here. All right. Ryan Babulich. Trade Scat for Tootin. Okay, I remember that. Here's the team. Want to trade Sutton for Judkins Coleman, or you just stock the waivers?
I mean, I'm okay trading Sutton for Judkins. He gives Tootin, Jones, Sharps. Yeah, I mean, really, you're kind of like, you need help at running back, but right, if you trade away Sutton, you're rolling with BTJ, Tillman, Mooney, and Franklin. I don't know about that. Man, it'd be nice to have Scattaboo right now and just be like, hey, he's fine as my RB2. But I think I sit tight here because, Judkins certainly an upgrade over Tootin, but your wide receiver room is going to be wrecked. At least until Rice gets back.
Yeah. Like in this situation, as opposed to the last one, this team, you need Sutton. So I don't think you should do this. Julio, 10-teamer. Would you drop it Henderson for Benson?
This is tough because we know Benson's the guy now. We're hoping Henderson becomes the guy. I think I would do this, but I don't want to. You're saying Andor Jameson for Terry? Like Terry McLaurin's on the waiver wire? There's no other Terry, is there?
Somebody probably dropped him. He's hurt. Get him off my team.
I think even with Terry being hurt, we don't know how serious the quad is. It doesn't sound good. He's getting a second opinion on it. I'm like, man, what happened here? Like, he needs a second opinion. Like, what happened here? I think you can probably drop Henderson for, let's be real. In a 10-team league, if you drop Travion Henderson right now, is anybody really picking him up? I mean, maybe, but he hasn't done anything so far. I think you got to take Benson here, although I really don't want to drop Henderson, but it's a 10-team shallow league. What are you going to do, I guess?
Right. It seems like in his league, there's always some good players that are popping up on the waiver wire. So I think you could take some chances here. I think you can do those things. What about Sammy? Good evening. CMC wins me around and then beats me in the other matchup. Yeah, that's the problem with fantasy if you have multiple teams. Do I go Pollard or Jalen Warren this week?
I have Jalen Warren slightly ahead of Pollard here, just because he catches more passes. I'm still nervous about. I know Pollard scored last week and that was nice, but still just nervous about that Titans offense.
Yeah, I think though. I think I put Pollard ahead of Warren. I can never get excited about Jalen Warren. I'm sorry. He's just decent flex for me. His rushing average isn't great. I think I'm still going to go with the volume of Pollard one more week until Spears comes back at least. So this one's pretty close though. They honestly probably want to put like the same number of points. Alex B. One running back, one flex. Benson, Mason, Scat, Monty, Pearsall, Pickens. You're welcome as always.
I think Mason's got to be the running back here. And I'm going to flex Pearsall, especially if Jennings misses. I'm going to flex Pearsall. But I think even if Jennings plays, give me Pearsall over guys like Benson or Scattaboo or Pickens.
Yeah, I mean you got a lot of good options here. No bad ones. I might have said Pearsall, but now after seeing Monty last night, I'm like, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Yes. I love Pearsall. I'm going Pearsall. Alyssa needs only two. Etienne, Chase Brown, Judkins, Scattaboo, Benson.
All right, again, Judkins my number one. See how I have these guys. I have Scattaboo is solid. Benson is solid. I have Etienne as kind of risky solid because it's a tough matchup this week. And, man, the Jags look terrible. So it's between Scattaboo and Benson. But I think I have to give Benson the edge over Scattaboo. He's in the Cardinals offense. I don't feel like Jackson Dart is going to transform the Giants into a top 15, top 10 offense all of a sudden. So I'm going to go Judkins Benson this week.
Yep. Agree with that. You're okay benching Chase Brown and Etienne just in a really tough matchup this week. All right, Michael Cazares traded Kelsey for Jacoby Myers. Like that's a win. What do you think?
Yeah. Anytime you trade Kelsey away for somebody good, that's a win. Like, come on, Kelsey. Like, did you see? I don't know if it's true, but some lip reader said Andy Reid said something to the effect, said something like, "Tell me why I don't just kick you off the team right now," or something like that. Like, why did Travis Kelce? Like, do you really think? Like, look, I don't know Travis Kelce. I could be totally wrong on this. I could be absolutely wrong. Maybe if Travis Kelce somehow sees this, which I highly doubt, he's going to call me out and say, "You're an idiot. You're totally wrong." But does anybody think Travis Kelce looks like he wants to be playing football on that football field right now? Like, he looks like he's having the worst time of his life right now. He could be traveling the world with his future wife, having fun every night, and instead he's got to endure this because for some reason, I don't know, my wife has a theory that she made him play again, so it would be 13 seasons. Who knows? But why is this guy even playing, honestly? Why is he even playing? He looks like he's angry and hates being out there right now. Like, yeah, big win here.
Yeah, big win. At least saying you have Ertz. Look, I could put money down right now. I wouldn't mind saying Zach Ertz finishes with better numbers than Travis Kelce rest of the season. Like, well, it's a slight downgrade. I don't even know if it is a downgrade. Give me Zach Ertz. My wide receivers are better now. Good. All right, 2 receivers, 2 flex.
You gotta start JSN. Oh, Jamar Chase. But you know what? I'm not gonna actually this isn't that hard because we need 2 flexes. Like, I'm not gonna. It's JSN, it's Jamar Chase, it's Drake London, and then I guess it's Waddle because I really don't want to start Diggs and I don't really want to start Godwin yet.
Yeah, just go with those first 4. Although actually, if you're getting Jacoby Myers, we'd probably throw Myers over Waddle, right?
Yeah, if you get Myers in time, definitely play him over Waddle. Yes.
There you go. We got Jimsy J. Would you trade Chuba for GP in half PPR? George Pickens?
Who's GP? George Pickens? I don't think so. Not in half PPR. Like Chuba's still the workhorse. Chuba looks fine to me. I'm not at all worried about Chuba. I'm a little nervous about George Pickens. Like the Bears were down their top 2 corners. CeeDee Lamb left that game like almost at the very beginning of the game. Like this is your chance, George Pickens, to prove to the world, or at least all your haters, that you can be that guy. And you were not that guy. You were not that guy, not even close to that guy. Yeah, in happy PPR, I'm just keeping Chuba.
Yeah, and you're not like crazy deep at receiver, but good enough. And just running back is again a little harder to replace. All right, let's go Naeem Walker. Of course, always glad to help. Hopefully helped you win. Yeah, no Mike Evans, got Golden Ridley on the bench. Play one of them or go with one of those waiver wire ads.
No, let's just play Matthew Golden this week. It's the Cowboys. I mean, I know there's still risk here, but look, he wasn't awful last week. He had 4 catches for 52 yards. He had like 9 rushing yards. So he gets you like 10 PPR points. Okay, not great, but that was the Browns. That's a really good defense. This is the Cowboys. Like, I'm playing Golden here.
Yeah. And said this before, the Cowboys aren't just obviously a bad defense, but I found a fancy chart from Fantasy Points. They are giving up by far the most fantasy points to outside receivers. Specifically, you want to play outside receivers against the Cowboys. That's why I'm kind of in on Romeo Doubs this week. Kind of. But yeah, I think you just go Golden. Fly as Kane, what's up? Brutal loss, looking to bolster the team. If someone wants Kraft, pair him for someone like Javonte in a 10-teamer, half PPR.
Well, I mean, do you need to pair? Like, do you need to throw in somebody else to get Javonte here? I mean, I don't know. Like, if they want Tucker Kraft, it's not like Javonte's coming off a monster game. I mean, I guess Tucker Kraft isn't either, but they want Kraft. Like, why can't you just get Javonte straight up? I mean, I don't know what the rest of your team is. Sorry, I don't remember your team. I know you're on here every stream. Basically, appreciate you, but I don't. Sorry, we look at a lot of teams, so I don't remember your team, who you have on the bench. Like, if I can throw in one of my bench wide receivers, okay, that's what it takes to get Javonte. I'll do it. But I'm not going to give away one of my starting wide receivers and a really good tight end like Tucker Kraft just to get Javonte.
Right. This depends what you mean by solid wide receiver. If it's like your 5th, 6th receiver, all right, fine. I'm not giving up like a Ricky Pearsall, a George Pickens, like somebody like that. So, John, is there a position need to upgrade via trade here? Needs 2 running backs, Henry, Brees, Monty, Javonte, 2 receivers in the flex, Nakua, Moore, Ladd, Diggs, Hunter, and then a tight end.
But you got to play Juwan at tight end. I'm still playing Derrick Henry despite the fumbling issues. He's going to be better. I think Javonte or Brees. Yeah, I got Javonte higher. Javonte is going to be my RB2. You got to start Puka. Wide receiver is going to be tough. I'm probably still going to go Ladd over. Well, I don't know. I mean, the Bears get the Raiders. Can I really put?
Between Moore and McConkey, is that what you're debating?
Yeah, which is crazy. Like, how is this a debate? But it's a debate. I don't know. I'll probably still go Lad here, and then I probably will just flex. I don't love Brees or Monty this week, honestly.
You don't like Brees against the Dolphins? I mean, come on.
I mean, last week he only had 2 more carries than Braylon Allen. Like it start like after week 1 where he dominated, it got a little closer week 2, it got a little closer week 3. I'm kind of nervous here, but yeah, probably. I mean, I really don't like Monty. I know Monty's coming off a huge game. It's like, how do you bench Monty? Well, now he gets the Browns. He's probably gonna like do nothing. I'll go Brees at the flex, I guess.
Yeah, we want that upside. Like, what's the chance of Monty having a huge game against that Browns defense? Very little. Brees against the Dolphins could rip one in the first quarter. I'll do that. And I agree with Lad. Yes, I'm a jilted Doll fan. Brian Forth, what's up, Brian? How much fab on Dart in a super flex? That's a good question, and it's a good thing you missed Browning, isn't it?
I know. Did you miss? Funny story, Brian, because you and I were chatting in the Discord because I had Burrow in our Superflex league too, and we were gonna drop. I think the person who got Browning in our Superflex spent like 39, and we were gonna drop like 50. And I was so busy that day, like I don't know, so busy with the videos, and then we streamed, and then we filmed another video. Like I completely forgot to even set waivers in that league, so I didn't even put a bid on Browning. And we missed them, but now I'm like, thank goodness. Thank goodness we didn't drop 50 of our fab. But also, This is a cautionary tale that, you may not want to go crazy here on Dart because we're talking about a rookie in a terrible offense. And again, I think if I remember right, you have like Dak and Bryce Young, which isn't like the best, but it's not the worst. At least you don't have Michael Penix and Cam Ward like we do, who got us a combined 10 points last week because, by the way, we lose 6 points for a pick 6, and they both threw a pick 6 last week. There was actually one point during the game where during the games where both our QBs had negative points at the same time.
You lose how many points for a pick 6?
6.
Damn,
and they both threw one last week. They both threw one. It's like, yeah, we got smashed. Our two QBs combined for 10 points in a 6-point passing touchdown league, by the way, because they combined for 1 touchdown. Well, they combined for 3, but 2 went to the defense, so this doesn't help us. Yeah, I'll maybe bid 20% max.
20%. All right. Yeah, don't go crazy. It's still a Giants offense. It doesn't matter too much what you think of Dart. They're restricted by the personnel around them and the coaching staff. So, yeah, I mean, it's worth it. Definitely bid up, but don't go crazy. Don't do this. I'm going to guess you'll agree with me. So this jumped out.
No.
Sacrifice wants to drop Ashton Genty 4. It doesn't matter. Do not drop Ashton Genty.
Yeah, maybe he wasn't worth a second-round pick in fantasy, but he's also not. Don't drop him. Don't drop him, please.
Surely there's somebody else. Yes, get Scatterboo. Don't drop Genty. Don't drop him. All right, Ethan Struby. We still got to catch up to Super Chats. Well, if you did Super Chat, we are definitely going to get to it. We're catching up because we got a lot of chats and comments before we even went live. So don't worry. We haven't skipped or ignored anybody. We're just catching up. Ethan wants to know, with this team, trade Dak for Hendy and Ferguson. Or he says he traded. I guess he already did this. Yeah, that's fine.
That's a win. I mean, you got Jalen Hurts. You don't need Dak Prescott. That's a win. It's a win.
Yeah, exactly. Trade Dak for anything, but that's good. You got Ferguson. You already had Kraft. You didn't even really need tight end, but that's fine. Henderson. Man, yeah, I would have done it for just Henderson. Just take a chance on that upside.
I would have done it for either, honestly.
Yeah, really. Yeah, I think your lineup is good. I mean, you don't love starting Chase Brown here, but can you really start Henderson yet? Probably not. How about this? Okay, sorry. This jumped out. I know. We got to catch up. T-Mac and Chase Brown for Derrick Henry. Taking it?
Yeah, give me Derrick Henry. Give me Derrick Henry.
Yeah, give me Henry. All right. What's up, Rise? 14-man league. He's got Scatterwood, Benson, and Rice on the bench.
Nice.
That's
Is he just
pretty
bragging?
nice.
Is this just a humble brag?
10-man league. Would you start Chase or Sutton?
I'm just gonna go Sutton. Like, we doubted him last week against the Chargers. No more doubting Sutton. Just lock Sutton in your lineup.
Yeah, I know. Look, there was reason to worry about him last week against the Chargers. It's not a great spot, and we weren't sure about the target distribution. We're pretty sure now, as I mentioned on the wide receiver video, he not just got the most targets by far last week, he's got a really high first read percentage. So I don't think Troy Franklin is just a mirage. He was sort of involved too, but he's not a guy you're going to start. Sutton, I think we can just start. All right. This one, I'm not sure if there's a question with that, but
he just wants everybody to know that in a 14-teamer, he's got these guys on his bench.
Yeah, that's a good move. All right, Vinny, what's up? 2 receivers, 2 running backs in the flex. All right, lots to choose from here.
I'm going to go A.J. Brown, Devontae Adams at wide receiver pretty comfortably there. Bijan Mason at running back. Man, Sutton, Pearsall. I think I still got to go Sutton here. I go Sutton at the flex.
Yeah. I do like Pearsall. Want to play him. The thing is, I just mentioned this earlier. Jaguars. The Cowboys give up by far the most to outside wide receivers. Jaguars are second. They give up a lot to outside receivers too. I really like Pearsall this week, but I know we just said, how do you not start Sutton? So go Sutton. The Sutton gets what? The Bengals, right?
Yeah, Sutton gets the Bengals this week. I mean, look, if Jennings is completely out again, I could pivot to Pearsall, but I mean, we did that last week. I mean, look, Pearsall was totally fine if you started Pearsall last week, like 117 yards, 8K. It was totally fine. Sutton was better, but Pearsall was still totally fine. But if Jennings is out, maybe I could go Pearsall over Sutton, but Sutton against the Bengals, I'm just rolling with Sutton this week.
Yeah, do that. All right. Let's get to Antonio Araiza. Needs feedback on this trade. Send Devontae, guessing Adams, I think, and get Judkins.
I mean,
yeah, I think that's a little too much. Okay, let's see. My other receivers are Pearsall, Sun God, QJ, Ayuk is chilling there. CMC, JT, Monty. Wait, you're good at running back.
Yeah, I'm keeping Devontae Adams here. Devontae Adams, like, the only thing that's holding Devontae Adams back is he's had 2 matchups where he had to go against the tough corners because, I mean, the Rams are smart, right? They're smart. Like, Sean McVay's smart. He's not going to have Puka Nacua, on the outside going against Derek Stingley all game or going against Quinion Mitchell all game. He's going to make Devontae Adams do that, and he's going to get Puka in the slot with mismatches where guys can't cover him. But Devontae Adams has still been really good even despite that, and man, his usage has been insane. Like the Rams are only basically throwing the ball to Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua. Like, that is it. Like, Kyron gets one here or there, a tight end randomly, but it's just basically all to Adams and Puka. Adams, I think, is going to be really good rest of the season. I put him on the – did I put him – I don't know if I put him on the buy low. I should have put him – I didn't know if he was buy low. I think I didn't, but I'm keeping Adams here. It's a long-winded way of saying I'm keeping Adams.
Yeah, keeping Adams anyways, but based on your roster, I'm definitely keeping Adams. Now, if that happens to be Devontae Smith, I think that's okay, but I still don't know if I would do it. All right, back to Vinny. He needs QB advice here. Love or Dak?
It's got to be Love this week. Dak has to go against the Packers. Love gets to go against the Cowboys. It's got to be Love.
It's got to be Love. Got to be Love. Cali Kid. Lamb and Devontae. I'm pretty sure that is Smith. For Neighbors in Hampton.
You got to take Neighbors in Hampton here. You got to take Neighbors in Hampton. I mean, look, there is risk with Neighbors right now because what if Jackson Dart is not it? Like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe we get Jameis Winston and then it's like, yes, Neighbors to the moon.
That would be nice.
But still, I mean, Lamb isn't going to play for at least 3, probably more weeks. Devonta Smith is okay. You got to take Neighbors in Hampton here.
Yeah. Yeah. Take the neighbors Hampton side for sure. And then Alexis Aguilar, question is down here. He wants to know between Dak or Daniel Jones.
Yes, do not put that name on him. It's gotta be Danny Dimes. It's gotta be Danny Jones, whatever you want to call him. Danny Whip. I don't call him Danny Whip, right? Because it's kind of like, I don't know, stupid. Dak gets the Packers without CeeDee Lamb. No, thank you.
Yep. And then Strange or Henry at tight end.
I think Hunter Henry at this point, after what we've seen this season, look, he's not going to have big games every week. He's going to disappear sometimes, but he's a guy I don't really want to bench because I don't want to miss out on those big games. So I think you just lock him in your lineup, and whatever he gives you that week, that's what you get.
Yeah, this is, Strange will get you a few catches and some yards. Like he'll probably almost every week get you like 8 to 9 points, maybe 10. And Henry, it'll be 2 or it'll be 20. No in between. Take the boom, right? Take the boom pick. All right. Does Benson see the lineup or stick with Mason this week?
I think you gotta go Mason. Like,
yeah.
Mason should be another strong start. I'm not the Steelers. That doesn't worry me.
Yeah. I think he's still going to get major run, so you go with him. Johnny 22 Bear. Higgins for Tucker. Are we asking? Like, are we dropping? I'm guessing this is a waiver wire question.
I know Higgins. I know. Like, I don't think I can drop T. Higgins for these guys. I don't think I can do it.
Yeah, like if somebody, I don't want to say, like if somebody better came along, right? You could entertain dropping T. Higgins if somebody good, was dropped. Like someone's like, oh, Jameson Williams I'm done with him. Drop him. Okay, maybe, but not for these guys. All right. Libertarian Sasquatch was offered Ladd and Travion for Bucky. You take it. Got Genty, Chuba, Judkins.
Yeah, I think I just keep Bucky here. I know Bucky hasn't been great, but dude he had 25 carries why? And he's still catching passes. Tristan Wirfs could be back this week, probably next week at the latest. I don't think Gadecki is how you pronounce his name. Luke Gadecki. Probably not how you pronounce it, but that's how. I don't think he's out for the season. The other offensive lineman. I think I'm still keeping Bucky here.
Yeah, I mean, Ladd is a good buy low candidate. So is Trayvon Henderson. This is a good opportunity to buy low on both of those guys. The question is whether you want to give up your number one running back to do it. Let's face it, Bucky's your number one back because Genty isn't just yet. Like, I could see this working out for you long term, but it's risky. It's very risky here. So it's probably best not to do it. Let me ask you something. Now I'm looking at this. Not saying I would. I don't think I would. Would you trade Genty for Ladd and Travion?
That I could probably do. I mean, you're talking about two kind of disappointments with Genty and Ladd, who both still have potential, and Travion does have potential. That I could probably do.
All right, something to think about.
By the way, did we do this one? I don't remember doing this one. This is from like a long time ago.
I remember seeing this one. Did we not do it? Let's do it again. Okay, Juan Pablo Guerrero. It's 3-0. Yeah, I feel like we did. Well, with Lamb out, this is the receiver group. Make a trade for a wide receiver. Yes, we did do this because
you were like, where we said trade. This is one where we said trade one of the tight ends, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I remember it now. My bad.
Basic money. It's like I can't do it anymore. Done with Ladd. Replace him with Myers, Harrison, or Pittman.
Yeah, I'm definitely okay. I'm dropping Ladd down to the flex till we see something change there. I'm gonna go Myers here. I really like Jacoby Myers this week. I talk about in the wide receiver video that you guys haven't seen yet. The Bears, right? They're playing the Bears. Bears give up, I think, the 5th most points to slot wide receivers. Playing 65% of his routes out of the slot. I like Jacoby this week.
yeah, you got plenty of good options. And if you're like, I can't do it, I'm gonna start Luther Burden instead of him. Like, all right, too far. But these are all really
Right.
good receivers in good spots. So I think you could bench him. But again, don't give up on Lad too soon. He actually everybody's saying he's a good buy low because all the metrics show he's getting open. He is still getting targets, just not as many as we'd like. But don't give up.
Yeah, look, I'll say real quick. Yeah, I do think Lad is a good buy low. And I see people post like, oh, look at his separation score. Look at his route runway. Like, that stuff is all great. But you need to get the ball thrown to you, right? Like, you need, like, it's like Matt Harmon said this because somebody was talking about, like, his yards per route run rate is so low compared to last year. It's like, yeah, because he's running the same amount or more routes, but he's competing with two other wide receivers now. Like, this is why I say, like, these stats are sometimes nice, but they're sometimes also misleading, right? Like, if you're not a very good wide receiver, but you're by far the best wide receiver on your team, you're probably going to have better yards per route run numbers than you should because the ball's going to get thrown your way more often than it should because you're the best they got. And, he's now competing with two guys. So, yeah, I do think Lad is a buy low, but also I understand that, like, this guy could have all the best underlying metrics in the world. If QJ and Keenan Allen are going to stay healthy and stay this involved, we may not see the Lad we expected this year.
Oh yeah, no, I mean if this keeps up, even to some extent, yeah, Lad's not going to put up last year's numbers. Remember, this is to some extent also why BTJ went off at the end of last year because he had nobody else to compete with for targets. I mean, that's part of it.
Right.
And Lad first stretch was kind of like that too. I mean, yeah, QJ was there, but QJ all of a sudden this year just looks like a first round pick.
Yeah.
Okay. Will Davies, 10-teamer. We need 4. Hampton, Ibuka, Mason, Henderson, Bucky, Jameson, and Judkins. Oh, who's that? Is that Lad?
Yeah, Lad and Judkins. I think Hampton has to be one. I think Mason has to be one. I think Ibuka probably has to be one, assuming Godwin doesn't play or is severely limited. I mean, those are the 3 I think you have to play. It's between Judkins and Bucky for me. I mean, I still have Bucky as a strong start, assuming Tristan Wirfs is back. I think I still got to go Bucky over Judkins. That one's close. So I'm going to go Hampton, Ibuka, Mason, and Bucky.
Sounds good. Another situation where you can sit Lad. Romney, Santana, Golden, Addison, Juwan Johnson. For BTJ, it just sounds like he's giving up BTJ to get these 3.
Man.
Oh.
This is way tougher than it should be. Like,
yeah.
this should be laughable no. Right? This should be like, you're insane. Like, you're insane. Like, Addison, I don't really care about it. Like, Addison, whatever. I'm not expecting a lot from Addison this year. Like, are the Vikings really done with JJ McCarthy already? Like, have they already given up on JJ McCarthy? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like we're still going to see JJ McCarthy back at some point. And it's like, can JJ McCarthy support Jefferson, Addison, and Hawkinson? I'm not so sure. But, man, Golden has so much potential. Juwan Johnson's been so good. This is like one of the best tight ends. Oh, this wasn't even. Like, I can't believe this is even something I have to think about. I don't know. I'd be so scared on both. Like, I'd be scared if I was the person giving up BTJ, and I'd be scared if I was the person getting BTJ. Like whoever, like, when this trade goes through, both sides are just terrified, right? Like, I don't know if I made a good decision or not. I think I probably have to just hold BTJ and hope it gets better. Don't know if this is enough. Don't think this is enough.
Yeah, I don't think I could do this. Again, I'm not giving up on BTJ. You need a tight end. You can stream. I'm sure there's somebody out there who, You're not getting, look, Juwan Johnson looks great, but still, you're not getting George Kittle or, Brock Bowers. So, yeah, I don't think I could do this either. All right, let's see. Who is next? It's Will Davies again. It says this is a standard 10-teamer needs a wide receiver 2 and a flex. Golden, Ridley, Benson, Scatterbo, Diggs, Henderson, Pacheco.
All right, 10-team standard. We're looking for touchdowns here. I don't think Ridley can score a touchdown right now. Diggs can't really score a touchdown. Henderson, I don't know if he can score a touchdown. Golden could certainly score a touchdown. I think he's going to be my wide receiver too. I'll take a chance against the Cowboys. And then it's got to be between Benson and Scatterbo at the flex. But again, which offense has a better chance of giving their running back a touchdown? The Giants with Dart or Benson with Kyler? I think it's got to be Benson with Kyler. So Golden at wide receiver 2, Benson at flex.
Yep. Golden's upside. I love it this week. Lex Dad. Got CMC, Mason, Pickens, Keenan. Needs a flex between Walker, London, Benson, Monty, or Pearsall. That's going to make it tough. It's PPR.
Yeah. I mean, I have Benson and Pearsall ahead of London. I think right now I'm going Benson. Maybe. I mean, I have them both. I have them both to solid starts this week, so it's like, I don't know. Maybe PPR gives Pearsall the edge. Yeah. I mean, like if Benson doesn't score, Pearsall's probably going to be better. If Benson scores, Benson might be better. But I think in PPR, I'll give Pearsall the edge. But honestly, like looking at it, I might just sit Pickens for Pearsall and then still flex Benson, honestly.
Well, I'm in on London this week. I've got to have him as my choice here. I would do that. But you, again, don't have any bad choices here. Different team. Bijan, Mason, Nico, Rome needs a flex. Okay, so the choices are Myers, Chase Brown, Pollard, or Judkins.
I mean, again, close between Myers and Judkins. Man, I mean, it's PPR. I'd probably give Myers the edge this week.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Very close there.
Mike, trade offer. They want to give me AJ Brown and Henderson for Bijan.
No, why? Like, no. If you are coming at me with trade offers for Bijan, I better be blown away by that trade offer. Don't be coming at me with this nonsense. Don't be coming at me with this. Don't be coming at me. Don't even No. This isn't even like a counter. This is just a reject with no message. Just a reject.
Yeah, just give one of those go straight face emojis when you reply. Just like,
not even that. It's too much work. Too much work. Just the reject.
No, I mean, look, okay, fine. I could use help at wide receiver. You could use Bijan though. No, look at your receiver, your running backs. Bucky after Bucky, who would you even be starting?
Henderson.
Henderson? No. Okay. Juice. Somebody offered Javonte for BTJ.
I'm taking Javonte here. This one I can pretty comfortably do, honestly.
Oh man.
Yeah, I mean Javonte's been good. Like Javonte is the workhorse there. Like I'm very nervous about BT. Like at what point? Like we're now 3 games in. This guy had 2 catches last week with Travis Hunter. We can't say, well, he's got no. Travis Hunter isn't even playing on offense anymore. He doesn't have target competition. Got 2 catches, and if it wasn't for the 40, and look, okay, everything counts. Oh yeah, if it wasn't for the 60-yard touchdown, what would that guy? I get all that, right? But if he doesn't have a 46-yard catch, like we now have a game where he had 1 catch for 11 yards, and a game where he had 2 catch for 50-something yards, where 46 of those yards came on 1 play. Like we have a 2-game sample here where this guy's been horrible. Like just give me Javonte, honestly. If I'm wrong about BTJ, I'm wrong. But this offense looks dysfunctional. Trevor Lawrence looks dysfunctional. I'll just take Javonte.
Well, let's see. RBs are Achane, Etienne, Brees, Swift. You got Chase, Odunze, Flowers, BTJ. So I don't think there's a clear need here. I think you're good enough running back. Sorry, I'm going to split the difference here. I'm keeping BTJ for now, but at least it's fair. Ken, Pickens, Jacoby, Ted, got to start too.
I'll sit Pickens here.
All right, there we go. Let's get to Anthony Cervantes. Chat below. Sitting at 2-0. Good to see you too, Anthony. Okay, hold on. There's a couple here. Pair for a pair. What does that mean?
All right.
Okay. I'll try to find there's just a few different questions here. This is what it says, pair for a pair. I'm intrigued, but I'm not sure what the question is.
A riddle? Is this a riddle?
I can't even see. Okay. I'm looking. I can't see where your question is. I'm gonna keep looking, but let's go for another one first. Let's go to Cody. Do you think they can get anything for Ridley?
Not really. I mean, we already have people trying to drop Calvin Ridley. Like, what are you really gonna get? Like, I mean, could you get Keon Coleman? Probably. An injured Tyron Tracy? Probably. Do you want those guys? I don't know.
Nah, just keep him and hope he gets better.
Yeah, you're kind of stuck. You're kind of stuck with Ridley right now.
If you could get Golden, like, okay, but obviously you can't. So, I mean, yeah, you're stuck. Alex Bellevue, 0-3. Let's get out of that. JD, K9, Hampton, CD, London, and Joku. Got to do Zayden JMO. Here's the bench. Any advice?
Man, having Love on the bench this week is going to be tough, but you got to start JD if he plays. I'm going to put Golden in over Jameson. I mean, aren't these the same guys? Except, what has Jameson done this year? Like, he started that game, he had like 2 catches for 43 yards on the first drive. I was like, all right, here we go. And then it was like, he didn't catch a pass the rest of the game, I don't think. Like, he was invisible the rest of the game. No. He's got like I don't know what his target share. I mean, his target share is probably even lower now. I know going into that game, he had a 13% target share. I didn't look to see what it's at now, but it's probably even lower. Like, I'll just put Golden in against the Cowboys. He's got just as much upside as Jameson and probably a higher floor, honestly.
Yeah, might as well. See why you're 0-3, right? K9 did nothing week 1. CD did nothing last week. Hampton hadn't done anything until last week. London has been meh. And then Joku's been meh. So, yeah. But don't give up yet. AD. Trade advice. Let's see. Hertz, Chuba, Marion, Chase, London, Ladd, Keenan, Ferguson, Dicker the kicker. Got Benson. That's nice. Devonta Smith. Okay. 2 flex, 10-teamer.
So we got flex 2 of these guys?
Yeah, I was looking. Well, it's just trying to trade. So I think he's looking for trade advice first.
Well, no, I think he's flexing because he's got Chuba, Marion, Chase, London. He's flexing Ladd and Keenan. I think I would put Trey Benson in over Ladd, honestly. As far as trade advice, I mean, do we need Ferguson, Ingram, and Kincaid? I don't think so.
No.
I know you can't trade Ingram right now, obviously, but look, Kincaid, Ferguson, they've been good. They have trade value. Like, what do you need here? You got Chuba, Hampton, Ben. I mean, look, this team just got significantly better in like that. This shows you how quick it can change because you went from having like Amari Hampton, who was looking absolutely unstartable, Trey Benson, who was just a handcuff, to now these guys are like Hampton and borderline a must start now, and Benson a strong start. I mean, this team just got significantly better in the snap of fingers. Now I know got significantly worse in a snap of fingers when Joe Burrow went down too with Jamar Chase, but this just shows you how quick things can change in fantasy. I think you need more help at wide receiver than running back right now. So why don't we try to trade like Kincaid or Ferguson for a Xavier Worthy who might come back this week? Maybe a Jacoby Myers again, who not had, a really big game yet. Maybe even a Ricky Pearsall. I feel like people aren't very high on Ricky Pearsall right now. Let's try to trade one of those tight ends and see if we can get one of those wide receivers.
Yeah, exactly. There's always players who their actual value exceeds their perceived value. And then there's also always somewhere, again, it depends on your league, where people are like, oh, man, what do I do? I can't start Jamar Chase anymore. Just never hurts to ask. JR65. Would you trade Chase Brown and Jacoby for Neighbors? Yes.
Yeah, I think you have to do this.
Yes. Great time to do that. Yeah, Neighbors, another example, right? Coming off a bad game, Jackson Dart, this court, people are like, Malik Neighbors, not going to happen this year.
I mean, I haven't put guys like that on the buy low because I'm like, come on, are people really trading away Neighbors? And then I'm like, and then when I look and I'm like, if you're going to trade for Neighbors, you have to give up somebody good, right? And then people come in with trades like this and it's like, oh, maybe you don't.
Not always. All right, what about Galaxy Pickers CD, Bertet, and Caleb Williams?
No. What do you need Caleb Williams for? I know he's been good, and I know Knicks has kind of not been good, but come on. I mean, the only way I could even think about this, and even then it would be tough, is if I'm like 0-3, and now I'm like, oh crap, I'm not gonna have CeeDee Lamb for 3 or 4 weeks, and I might go to like 0-6 or 0-7, and my season's over. But I need more than Tet and Caleb for CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, keep in mind, CD, I think the worst case scenario is IR. He misses 4 weeks. He'll play the whole second half of the season. So you don't want to give away CD unless you're getting an elite player back. All right, then we have Chief Zis in half. What about BTJ for Drake London? Straight up. Who you want?
Yeah, give me Drake. I'll still take Drake London. Here. I had Drake London ahead of BTJ before the season. They both been not great. Let's just keep going with Drake London.
Yes. Yeah. Give me Drake London as well. Mad Dog 1 and 2. All right. Let's see. Pick one. CD Genty for Igbuka, Godwin, and Chase Brown. Or, I feel like, again, we're selling low on CD. CD Monty for Bucky and Harrison. I don't like that second one. Or nothing. Don't think I like
I'm not
either.
Trading away CD and Genty. I know you're 1 and 2. I don't really want Chase. I mean, again, if your wide receivers are now horrible without CD, and you're like, I can't go 4 weeks with these horrible wide receivers, maybe I can take that first one because I get Igbuka, but I don't really want to. CD Monty for Bucky and Harrison. Again, same thing. I don't really want to here. If you're like, again, if your wide receivers, but I mean, is Harrison even the solution? Nah, I don't think so here. Who are your wide receivers? CD, London, DJ Moore, Devonta Smith. I mean, yeah, it doesn't feel good, but it should be okay there.
I don't like either of these trades. I wouldn't do it. Again, don't sell low on CD. AJ Fisk, pick up Fields for Knicks. Yeah, I'm doing that.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, let's go to... Now, we haven't heard officially that Fields has been cleared, but obviously, wait till that happens. Tyler got the win. Nice. Finally. Got a good team. Jahmyr Gibbs is helpful. Starting Judkins this week. You feel good about Judkins?
Yeah, I mean, why not? He's getting all the touches there. He's looked really, really good. It's a good matchup too, right? Who did the Browns play again? How do I not just know this? I look at this all day long.
I know the weeks blend into each other. They're at Detroit.
Yeah, I'm not scared of that Detroit run defense. Judkins looked too good. I think I'm starting Judkins here.
And then as far as Jason, London, or Pearsall over Jacoby for the flex, I think so. I think you got to start those three guys. You have Jacoby over London?
Yeah, I do. JSN, yeah, for sure. I would put Jacoby over London personally.
I'm counting on the London bounce back week. It may not happen, but yeah, that's what I'm doing. Legend. Good evening. Lost Connor needs a running back. All right. So,
what?
Wow. These are the options.
I mean, I don't think any of these guys are helping your fantasy team. Jadon Blue hasn't even been active yet. I think Bigsby's a handcuff. Ray Davis is a handcuff. Justice Hill. I mean, are they going to bench Derrick Henry because he fumbled? No, they're not going to bench Derrick Henry. I mean, maybe Miles Sanders. At least he gets a little bit of a run. Sanders might be your best option here, honestly. I mean, if you need somebody to actually get you points this week, it might be Sanders. But if we're looking more long term, I'd probably rather have somebody like Ray Davis or Tank Bigsby.
Well, good luck, Legend. Prodigy. Lamar, Bucky Benson, Judkins, Harvey Moore, Buka, Jameson, Rice, Fannin, Lost Lamp, and Connor.
Same week.
Yeah.
Brutal.
I know.
You got to start Lamar. Bucky, Judkins will be my running backs. I assume you need two of them. Your wider man. Okay, you got to start DJ Moore and Emeka Egbuka. Man, hopefully just try to stay afloat until Rice gets back. Try to stay afloat, and then I'll flex Benson if you need a flex. So Bucky, Benson, Judkins, Egbuka, DJ Moore, Lamar.
Yeah, it's brutal. I was looking through my Draftlane leagues and my lineups, and sure enough, there's one of those leagues where my amazing wide receiver room had CeeDee Lamb, Mike Evans, Juwan Jennings. Like, that's great. Awesome. Alex B, would you drop Pitts for Henry?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, man, like that should have been a good game for Pitts last week. Michael Penix Jr. Just give me Hunter Henry.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Damian Lorenzo, hello. Is 2-1. All right, we need 2-2, 1 flex, and a tight end. Got Kyron, Chase Brown, Benson, Tootin, Monty Neighbors, Evans, Devonta Smith, Mooney, Shakir, Wandale, Dobbs, Kraft. Okay, and also looking for some trade ideas.
All right. Kyron, Benson are going to be my running backs. Neighbors, I guess Devonta Smith, a wide receiver. Can I really start like Shakir or Dobbs over Chase Brown? I don't think so.
I want to hear you say Romeo Dobbs is in my starting lineup just once. Just once. I want to hear it.
I don't think so. I don't think I can do it. I think I'm gonna flex Chase Brown here begrudgingly. Craft a tight end. Trade ideas. I mean, there's not. What can you do here? I mean, what can you do? You don't have a lot of leverage here, Damian. I'm sorry.
Well, at wide receiver, no. I could say this. Look, I don't think anybody wants Chase Brown after last week. People are going to want Monty. People would still want Kyron, and I think Benson is now tradable. You trade one of those running backs, maybe to upgrade wide receiver somehow. I could do that.
Wait, did I see? Oh, I saw Monty. I might put Monty. Did I put Monty in over Chase Brown? I didn't see Monty.
I mean, after last night, I think you.
It's just more like after what I saw with the Bengals offense. Like I might go Monty over Chase Brown, even though I don't love Monty this week. I might go Monty over Chase Brown. But yeah, you probably want to try to trade a running back and get some wide receiver help.
you got to agree after a huge game, this is a great time to trade Monty, right? This is a good time.
Right.
So if you can get a good wide receiver, I mean, don't get greedy. You're probably not going to get Justin Jefferson or like JSN, but see what you can get. And just end. Got Benson. All right. Have a weird feeling to give Brown one more week. It seems to see Kamara, Brown, Benson. Well, I mean, you don't have to start either. You can just go Kamara, but would you go Benson over Brown?
I would go all these guys over Chase. I would go all these guys over Chase Brown right now. Benson would be my second choice. I mean, look, if Benson or if Chase Brown, like if somehow, they don't look like a complete disaster on the road in Denver this week and Chase Brown. But I talked about this on the running back video. It's not that Chase Brown just looked bad this week. He's actually kind of looked bad all season long. The offensive line has been brutal, like somehow even worse than last year. I mean, you look at Chase Brown this year, 21, he averaged 2 yards per carry in week 1 against the Browns. Okay, tough defense. 2.9 yards per carry against the Jaguars. I mean, that seems like insanely better than the 0.3 he somehow averaged last week, but he's been bad all year. It's like, okay, it's fine, like they'll get better, but now we don't have the hope of like it's okay, this offense will get better, Joe Burrow will we don't have that hope anymore. So yeah, I don't want to put Brown in, honestly.
All right, so that's the case. Yeah, you don't have to worry too much about Brown this week. Let's go to actually, you know what? So we just talked about Damien's team. He said he got a trade offer. This was right after his super chat. Was offered T-Mac and Henderson or Stevenson for Benson and Devonta Smith. So T-Mac and one of those New England running backs. Like, let's just say Henderson.
I think I can do T-Mac and Henderson. I don't want Stevenson. I think I can do T-Mac and Henderson. I think I'm okay, betting on the long-term potential of those guys. Smith, yeah, Devonta Smith's going to be what he is. He's going to have games like he had last week, but then he's going to have games like he had weeks 1 and 2. Benson, yeah, I prefer Benson right now, but that doesn't mean I won't prefer Henderson long-term. So I would take T-Mac and Henderson here.
Yeah, I think that's fair. It's worth it. I might still, before you accept that, fish for a high-end wide receiver, see what Monty gets you. And if you land a stud receiver, hey, that's great. And if not, I think you can do that. Dion, all right, straight up. Would you rather have Chuba or Judkins?
I think I would just rather have Judkins, honestly. I mean, they're both in bad offenses. But, man, I mean, Judkins looks so good. He looks good. And I got to say, the Browns' offensive line looks pretty good. The Browns' defense looks great, which means they're probably going to have the ball a lot. Now, it would help if they actually had a quarterback who could sustain drives, but maybe all they needed was Judkins to sustain drives. Like, just hand it off to Judkins. He'll sustain drives for you. I think I have to prefer Judkins right now.
Yeah, I know this is tough, but I think so. The guy who's got more upside looks like him, like Judkins. Jay Swole, not off to a great start here, and lost Connor. Would you trade Mike Evans to get Trey Benson? I don't think I would. I don't know. I mean, I guess it also depends on how bad your running back room is, right?
Yeah, it depends how bad your running back room is and how deep your wide receiver room is. Like, if you're now going to be staring at like Bashaw Tootin, Ray Davis, Ollie Gordon, like if you're staring at these guys as your potential RB2, then sure, I might just take Benson and give up Evans. I mean, he's not going to help you for at least 2 to 3 weeks. But if you have a serviceable RB2, like let's be honest, like James Conner had been fine this year, but James Conner wasn't carrying your fantasy team or anything. Like, if you have a Chuba Hubbard or, if you have a Javonte Williams or a J.K. Dobbins, guys like that, you should be fine. You should be fine. So it comes down to, who are your running backs?
Yeah, exactly. If you need to do that, I don't love doing this in a vacuum, but if you need it, which again, your own 3, maybe you do. All right, we got Ray Mamasa, half PPR, needs 2-2-2. We got some good running backs here. Adams, McConkey, Myers, Pearsall, Ridley, and then also feeling May over Goff. I mean, Goff does get that Browns defense, so it's not a good spot.
I might go May this week. It's because, again, it is the Browns. Tough matchup. 2 wide receivers. I'm going to go Adams and Myers. 2 running backs. I'm going to go Barkley and Hampton. 2 flexes. I'm going to go Mason. It's half PPR. I might go Mason and Benson in half. I mean, Pearsall and Benson are close here for me for the last flex.
All right. Yeah. Half PPR. A lot of good options. Yeah, I think you can sit lat here with this group, like Adams and Pearsall. Of course, Barkley, Hampton, Mason, Benson, Javonte. I'm not ready to go all in on Benson. Yeah, I go Mason and Javonte. Christian Pedrosa. Would you trade Pollard and Tootin for AJ Brown?
Yeah, definitely. Yes. Definitely.
Yeah, this is a good deal. Callaghan, Lamb and Devontae for Taylor and DK. Feels fair.
I might just take JT and DK. I mean, JT looks incredible, and he's healthy. I don't really want DK Metcalf, but I'll take the 4+ weeks of JT versus the 0 weeks of Lamb, and I'll just put DK on my bench. I think I do this just to get JT, honestly.
Yeah. Again, I kept saying, like, it's not a good time to sell CD. You're like selling low here. This is not low because you're getting a stud in JT. So I think this is fine. All right. Arthur is back. What's up, Arthur? Pick up some waivers, set your lineup, then wait until 30 minutes before kickoff. Change your lineup and completely regret it. That's fantasy life. We've all been there. Never starting Stevenson again.
Yeah, I mean it's like, I remember I was watching the game and it's like, all right, they're on the 1 yard line. It's the Steelers. He's gonna score. Like I knew Stevenson was gonna come. Like I was sitting there like, this is what I'm thinking. I'm like, yeah, I knew this was gonna be like a pretty good Stevenson week, right? Like he's running well, he looks good. The Steelers defense looks terrible, and he fumbles, and then he was like done for the day. It's like, dude, really, dude? Like, oh my gosh, yeah, that sucked. That was brutal.
Yeah, the question, Arthur, I get it. You're just done not starting Stevenson again. The question is, are the Pats ever starting Stevenson again? Honestly, does he just get back that job, or is that it? Like, if Henderson takes over? I mean, they drafted him for a reason. They drafted him early. He was, the second, third running back drafted? Come on, you don't draft a guy like that, a running back that early. Just have him sit behind a guy who can't hold on to the ball. So, we'll see. And yes, Lex Dad learned that lesson last season. That's exactly right. Speaking of running backs.
Oh, Ramondre.
His own worst enemy. Would you bench Etienne? This is Alyssa Dolphin Cloud again, by the way. Bench Etienne for Judkins, Scatterboo, or Benson?
Yeah, I'm going Judkins this week.
Yeah, because Etienne gets a road game against the 49ers. You can bench him for a better option. Chris KD, what's up? 1 and 2, 10-teamer trades here. Got JD Kamara, Bucky, AJB, Adams, Bowers, London, QJ, Rice, Ridley. Needs 1, 2, 2, and 2 flexes.
All right, well, you could go JD5 or Daniel Jones, but JD5 first. Yeah, Kamara, Bucky. This is your only 2 running backs? AJB, Adams. I mean, I guess this is what you're doing. Like, you can't start Rice. You can't start Ridley. I guess this is what you're doing. This is your team. This is your whole team, man. Who's on waivers? There's got to be some good players on waivers if this is your entire team. This is a very shallow league here.
Yeah, it's a 10-teamer.
But I mean, even still, a 10-teamer doesn't mean you can't have a bench. Like this guy's got he's got Rice, Ridley, and Daniel Jones as his only bench players. That's what I'm seeing here. It's only a 3-man bench. There's got to be some good players on the waiver wire. It's got to be. Unless he's just not listing his whole bench. I don't know. Maybe he's not listing his whole bench. As far as trades here, I mean, maybe you could try to sell high on QJ, but I don't know how high people really are on QJ right now. I mean, you do need like some running back depth if this is really your entire team.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's a good team though. 1 and 2, it happens. Your guys will get better. So let's go to. All right. This is Sacrifice. I remember. He's the one who wanted to drop.
Don't drop Genty.
Okay, so he actually asked, "Is it a good?" No, it's not a good idea. Scatterboo. Okay, who else could we drop here? I don't know. These are your only wide receivers?
Honestly, I think I would rather drop DK Metcalf than Ashton Genty. Like, is it really going to happen for DK Metcalf this year? Like, we didn't think it was going to happen for DK Metcalf before the season. Has anything, even in that game, even in that first week where Aaron Rodgers summoned everything he has left, right? It was like a Super Saiyan, like the last bit of everything they have, right? The earth is flying everywhere, and he lit them up for 4 touchdowns. What did DK do in that game? He didn't do anything in that game. It was like Calvin Austin, it was like Jonnu Smith. It was like no DK Metcalf. And I saw something today. He's got like the worst separation score of all wide receivers right now. I mean, if I'm going to drop somebody for Scatterboo, it's going to be DK Metcalf, not Ashton Genty. If I'm going to drop somebody for Scatterboo.
Yeah. Don't drop Genty, like, at all. Jim ZJ. Would you trade? Wait, this is. I think we already had this. Chuba for GP. And
yeah, we said keep Chuba.
All right. Let's get to Rusty Shackelford. Nico for CD. The CD owner is 0-3 and feeling desperate, but still, is it worth it? I don't know. If he's desperate enough, I'm offering up Egbuka and seeing if he takes it.
Yeah, I mean, if you can.
But
I think I would trade Nico for CD. Like, because I mean,
he needs somebody. He's 0-3. He's got C. He's like, oh man, he needs somebody right here, right now. And we said this is a sell high for. Offer it, play hardball, offer Egbuka, see if he takes it. And if he doesn't, maybe it's not.
But I will say this about Nico. Like, I did ask you, like, are we really keeping Nico on the must start? Like, look, Nico had a great game. But he had a great game because they played the Jaguars, right? The Jaguars completely forgot, like, didn't even cover him. Like, how do you not cover Nico? Like, all week in film, gotta stop this guy. We gotta stop. And then somehow they're like, we don't need to cover that guy. And he just basically walked in for like a 50-yard touchdown completely uncovered. Like, if that had not happened, we'd probably be pretty panicked about Nico right now. This offense looks absolutely horrible. So I think if like I had to, if the only way I could get CD was to trade Nico, I would do it. But yeah, you go ahead, try Egbuka first.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's still worth it to do that. But yeah, always try to buy low first. And the other squad here is 3-0. Ted, Puka, Waddle. I mean, don't trade Puka. Very nice. All right. Yeah, let's see what happens there. Michael Marowitz. In 2 leagues, CD out. Got Wilson Jennings, JMO, Alec, worth getting golden, sure. Evans out in the other. Start 3. Ladd, Drake, Pearsall, Dobbs, Addison, Pitts, or Henry. That's a separate one.
Yeah, it's worth getting golden. Like you're saying, he's on the waiver wire?
Seems like it.
I mean, if he's on the waiver wire, I'll drop Alec, however you pronounce his last name, to get golden. In the next one, I think you got to go. I think you still got to go the first 3 there. Don't think I can put Dobbs in over Ladd or Addison over Ladd. And I think you got to go Henry over Pitts.
Go Carl. Made 2 trades today. Let's see. Sent Ridley and the 6th and 7th pick for DJ Moore and Tony Pollard in 8th and 11th.
I mean, Ridley is 6th and 7th for DJ Moore. Seems okay. Is this dynasty? We're talking dynasty here. I mean, you still got to you definitely got to prefer DJ Moore to Ridley in dynasty, and Pollard's still fine in dynasty. He's not like he's dust or anything. That's fine.
I think that's fine. All right, and then this one, half PPR, 3 receiver, 2 flex, Juwan, DJ Moore, Addison, Jacoby, Pollard, Kincaid, Higgins, Hollywood, Kirk. 3 receivers, 2 flexes.
This is going to be fun. Jacoby's number 1. I think Juwan is number 2 if he plays. I think Pollard probably number 3. DJ Moore number 4. Kincaid number 5. And then if Juwan is out and you need one more, do we just risk it with Higgins? I mean, Hollywood, Christian Kirk, might just risk it with Higgins.
Compared to these options, yeah, Hollywood doesn't seem very, very playable these days. Let's do this. We're still behind on the super chats, but we're going to catch up. But Landon, in many Draftlane leagues, always here. I feel like we should help him out. Trade Lamb and Harvey for Ibuka and Hampton if you're 0-3.
I think I'm okay with this. Because, I mean, Hampton should be great now. And Harvey, there's still a chance for Harvey, but Hampton's already it's already happening. And, right. Ibuka will at least get you points right now. So, yeah, I'm okay with this.
Yeah, in your situation. And again, Hampton's looked like a great buy. So, yeah, I would do this too. Dion, someone dropped Michael Pittman, but it is non-PPR and it is a 10-teamer. So, I guess that's understandable. See an upgrade over those guys. DK, I guess.
Yeah, he's an upgrade over. I mean, look, I like Michael Pittman. Michael Pittman's been. You take out the Broncos game, he's been pretty good. He's definitely an upgrade over Metcalf. He honestly might even be an upgrade over Harrison. We'll see, but he's definitely an upgrade over Metcalf.
There you go, Luis Mini SC from Chicago. What's up? Needs 2. What is
that first one?
Bucky Irving.
Maybe, because it's running backs, right? Because we got Jalen Warren, Scadaboo, so I guess it's got to be Bucky Irving.
Yeah, I think Bucky Irving.
All right, I think you got to still play Bucky Irving. I have Scadaboo above Jalen Warren this week, so I'm going to go Scadaboo.
There you go. And then we got Zaire. 12-team league, 1 and 2. Who to start? Chase, Gibbs, Judkins, Henderson, and wide receiver Pickens, Igbuka, Io Manor, Diggs, London.
All right, I assume you need 2. I'm going to go Gibbs and Judkins at running back. I'm going to go Igbuka and London at wide receiver. And look, if you need a flex here, I think Pickens is probably your best option.
Yeah, agree with that. Okay. Skyslove. Swift or Ferguson in the flex? Look, I'm not one. I've kind of ripped on Ferguson because it's still true. The dude never scores touchdowns. But, man, if he's going to get targeted like he is, just give me Ferguson.
He is going to get targeted like that. And I talked about it last week. Okay, I know Fannin and Njoku didn't have great games against the Packers, but they had decent games. Like, they give up a lot of short. Like, yeah, Ferguson. I'm just going to go Ferguson here. Let's go Ferg.
Swift's looking terrible, man. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Swift. And he did clarify. Thank you for clarifying. Why is this a flex option for a tight end? He's got Bowers at tight end, so you can't just set Jake Ferguson there. That makes sense. All right, Tyler C. Clarifying here from before, would need to drop Golden, Coleman, Harvey, JCM, or Algier for those two guys. So who would you drop?
I think I mean, you could drop Algier. Like, you can drop Algier. He's just a handcuff. You could probably drop Coleman for Alec Manor.
Yo, Manor. Yeah, so you can't drop Spears because he's an IR.
All right, you can drop Algier and Coleman.
Yeah, I'm dropping Coleman and Algier. I know, like I feel like you remember. I remember he had Bijan, so like, okay, well, you kind of want Algier, but Trey Benson's going to be better than Algier regardless. Juice 10-teamer: Allen, Etienne, Dobbins, Puka, Garrett Wilson, Jawan Jacoby. On the bench is Higgins, Waddle, Debo, QJ, Swift, Etienne, Judkins.
Man, Dobbins a really good start this week too. I have them in this. I have him and Judkins.
I like
I
Dobbins.
think I probably have to give Dobbins the edge though against the Bengals. I have to give him the edge against the Bengals.
Yeah.
It's weird. This is the first Dobbins question, which is weird because talked up Dobbins all off season and he's had a good start. Weird we haven't got more Dobbins questions. Yeah, I think you're good. But the only decision here for me is Judkins Dobbins, but I have Dobbins ahead of him because he gets the Bengals.
Yeah, I don't think anything else needs to change here. All right. Johnny or Joni 10418 non-PPR league. Here we go. So we got Jackson, Barkley, Chubb. I hope that's Chuba. It's just Chubb, Nico, Pickens, Ferguson, Allen, bench, Love, Stevenson, Addison, Renfro, Jones, one of the J Wills and Laporta, I think. Okay, waivers. We got Benson. Yes.
Benson over Stevenson for sure.
Lions defense over Seattle. I don't mind. Seattle defense has been really good. I don't mind them even against Arizona this week. I think I would. Well, I mean, Lions do get the Browns, so it's a better matchup.
Yeah, and look what they did to Lamar last night. They just sacked him a ton. Like, I think you got to go Lions over Seattle. If that is actually Nick Chubb, I would prefer to drop Nick Chubb for Benson than Stevenson, but either one is fine. Tucker Renfro in a non-PPR league. Come on. Tucker over Renfro. Yes.
Yeah, the Renfro thing was very, very short-lived. Okay, no bedtime. Pick two, and two flexes. This is a 16-teamer. Chase Brown, Henderson, Tootin, Harvey, T. Ladd, BTJ, Tet, Burton, Horton, and Jacobs. We need two of each.
I mean, you have to start Chase Brown here. You can't. These other guys, Chase Brown and Travion Henderson is who I'm going to go with. I mean, Tootin maybe, but after last week, maybe we see more Henderson this week. I go Chase Brown, Henderson. I mean, we need two wide receivers, two flex. I don't think I can flex any of those other running backs. So let's go Ladd, BTJ, Tet. Wait, Josh Jacobs. How do you just throw Josh Jacobs at the very end of this list? What?
Yeah.
What? All right. Chase Brown, Josh Jacobs are your running backs. Ladd, BTJ, Tet. Then again, I might still flex Travion Henderson here. Maybe if you want to risk Burden. But, man, Burden, I mean, I know he had a nice game, but he had 2 touchdowns on 3 catches. That's probably not happening again. One of them was a flea flicker. That's almost certainly not happening again. I'm fine with seeing how Luther Burden develops. I don't know if I want to start him. I'll go Henderson at the other flex. So Brown, Jacobs, the first 3 wide receivers, and Henderson.
Yeah, I mean, Burden might be still interesting because of the matchup. They do get the Raiders, don't they?
They do.
Do get the
But
Raiders.
it's not the Cowboys. Like the Raiders are bad, but they're not Cowboys bad.
No, nobody has Cowboys bad on defense. That's for sure. So risky either way. Rashawn Khalifa. Okay, hold on here. This is like a big boy trade. Trade Jettis, Adams, Harvey, and Njoku for London, Achane, Monty, and Goddard.
I pretty comfortably want team 1. Like, Jefferson's still a stud. I mean, Jefferson's still, I got to think, is the best player in this deal. Adams has been really good. Like, Adams has been better than Drake London, honestly. I'm not saying he will be all season, but he's been good enough. Njoku, Goddard. Yeah, I probably prefer Goddard, but it's not like a strong, it's Goddard, whatever. Harvey, Monty. Yeah, I prefer Monty to Harvey, but Harvey could still come on. I think I'm taking side 1 here.
Yeah, I mean, the tight ends are pretty insignificant here. Yeah, I feel like this is not unreasonable, but I don't want to trade away Jettis without getting enough of a return. I don't know if this is enough. Don't panic. I know you're 1 and 2. It doesn't mean you need to blow up your team.
Right.
Top waiver, Arthur. Back to Arthur Swanson. Top waiver pickup next week. And, this might be true. Cousins or Winston? Who are the Bengals going to go to?
The Bengals, it would have to be a trade, right? They'd have to trade for these guys. These guys are still, Cousins is a Falcon and Jameis is a Giant, and I don't think they're going to cut these guys. There's no reason, especially with the quarterback situations they have. They don't want to cut these guys. They might need these guys at some point. But if somehow either of these guys got traded, you know what I think actually is more realistic than this, though? Russ to the Bengals.
Yes, it's exactly what I was thinking. I even thought this earlier when we were talking about this. Okay, he's been benched for a rookie, and they got Winston. Like, why do they need him? Why don't they just let him go, right?
Yeah, you can't go back to Russ. If you're the Giants, you cannot go back. When you benched him, you said we cannot go back to Russ. Why not just trade him for a 6th round pick or something, or a 7th? I mean, the Bengals might even give you a 5th. They might be that desperate. Like, if Jake Browning goes out there and is just terrible again, they might even give you a 5th for Russ if they get that desperate. But why not? Why not do this? Why not do this?
Exactly. Russell Wilson to the Bengals. Would you pick up Russell Wilson if he was the quarterback of the Bengals?
In Superflex, not in 1 QB.
All right. Well, we'll see. Falcons might want to hold on to Kirk Cousins after the way Penix looked last week. We'll see. Cali Kid, Lad for Adams.
Oh, my gosh. How did we get here? Honestly, I'm just going to take Adams at this point. Adams looks good. Adams in great offense. And like I said, unlike the Chargers where it goes to 3-player, every pass just goes to Puka and Adams. It's just Puka and Adams. Puka, Adams. That's it. It's just Puka and Adams.
Yeah. Devontae Adams is still an elite receiver. Doesn't matter the age. He's still an elite receiver. He's still in a very fantasy-friendly offense. That's not changing. Give me Adams. Dan Groipe got offered Tyreek and Judkins for Jettis. I don't think that's enough.
No, I'm keeping Jefferson. Keeping Jefferson here.
Yeah. We need to go higher here. It would need to be someone like just below Jefferson, like maybe a JSN, right? Maybe that would be fine. Air artwork. All right. So I feel like, we're putting up, we got to stick to super chats because we're behind here. But I do see all the other comments as we're scrolling through. So I'll go out and say apologies. We did not say to start Hunter Henry last week because Hunter Henry did nothing in week 2 when I absolutely called him a boom pick. So what did he do last week? Of course, he had his career best game. So the Hunter Henry thing, I'll own that. Would you advise packaging Ridley and Swift for?
Like you're trading away Ridley and Swift?
Just to get him off your team. I get that.
I mean, I don't know what you can really get for Ridley and Swift right now. I mean, you know what? I might just – what about Chris Olave? Chris Olave, if it's full PPR only, this guy's a PPR scam. But in PPR, he's giving you a massive floor every week. He's not going to give you much of a ceiling. But you can put in PPR, you can put Chris Olave in your lineup, and you know he's going to catch like 7+ passes, and he's going to get like about 50 yards. And sometimes he might get 10 catches for 50 yards. I mean, he's not going to, like, it doesn't matter how many. I think if this guy got 20 catches, he would still only have 50 yards somehow. Like, I just think there's like they just cannot get him more than 50 yards. But you get points for those catches. So what about Chris Olave? I'll bet you could trade both these guys for Chris Olave. I would take Chris Olave right now.
It's only one way to find out. All right, so see what you can do. And I guess just start Hunter Henry. All right, Dan again. Don. This is Dan or Don? Sorry,
I think I said Dan
before.
QJ Judkins not enough. I'm keeping Jefferson.
QJ and that's worse. I don't know. Is it worse? Would you rather have QJ or Tyreek Hill? No, it's not enough. Not enough. All right, John Wickering. Welcome back, John. Would you pick up Tucker, drop Golden?
No.
Would you start Scadaboo over?
Man, we can't even call him by his. Now he's just Oakland RB. Like, what is this? Like Tecmo Bowl? He's Oakland
not even
RB.
in Oakland anymore.
Yeah, exactly. They're not even in Oakland. What are we doing here? It's Las Vegas RB. I think I would go Scadaboo. Well, actually, I have them both solid this week because the Raiders do have a good matchup, right? Raiders get the Bears. The Bears are allowing that highest yards before contact per attempt on defense. Maybe this is the one thing that can hide this Raiders offensive line is the Bears defensive line. I think I'm going Genty over Scadaboo this week. That is close.
Yes, I don't give up. I know it's disappointing. Don't give up on Genty yet. Now you're talking like Marcus Allen. Okay, I mean you got to start Marcus Allen.
Bo Jackson. Okay. All right.
Ethan. Trade moves thoughts here with this squad. Caleb, BTJ, Ladd, Gibbs, Dobbins, and Njoku, Garrett Wilson, Rome, Fields, Scadaboo, Henderson, Harvey, Wanda, Andrews. I'll just say right now, I know the temptation is you want to get rid of guys like BTJ and Ladd. I think it's a mistake. I think these guys are buy lows, not sell lows. So don't do that.
Yeah, exactly. Don't sell low on these guys. Start Caleb. You need 2 wide receivers. Start Rome and Garrett Wilson this week. You need 2 running backs. Gibbs and Dobbins, yes. You need 2 flexes. Between Scadaboo, BTJ, Ladd, I think I'm actually going Scadaboo over both. As crazy as that sounds. Ladd, BTJ. I think I'm going BT. They're both flexes for me. I'll go BTJ over Ladd. I don't know. I mean, he's got less target competition.
Yeah, I would stick BTJ over Ladd as well. Yeah, as far as trade moves, I mean, again, don't give up on these guys. You're still good. Don't sell high on Roma Dunze. Don't sell high on Garrett Wilson. I think you're okay. I actually think you're okay. Do this real quick because this is kind of what I just talked about. Santiago Contreras, by the way, thank you. Says videos have helped. Trade BTJ and Etienne. I mean,
you don't really want to be trading BTJ right now because you're gonna get nothing close to good value for him. I'm okay trading Etienne. Like Etienne, I think still has good value, right? He scored last week. He hasn't really had a bad game yet. I'm okay trading Etienne. Depends what you're gonna get for him, of course.
Right. And then I think we both agree Golden is a slightly risky, but upside flex.
Yeah, I actually have him solid this week, but that could just be my irrational, like the fact that I'm irrationally high on him this year, and it's the Cowboys.
It's the Cowboys. It's perfectly rational. Henry Odom, Lamb, Neighbors, Jason, J-Mo, Hampton, Mason, Pollard, trade. Sutton, Olave, Walker for Jacobs and Higgins. Oh, you had me before I Higgins.
I mean, what? Like, You're basically trading Sutton, Olave, and Walker for Jacobs, because are you ever going to really start Higgins? This is too much. This is too much. Like, Walker's fine. You don't need Jacobs hasn't even been that good. Like, Jacobs will get better. He's getting the volume. He'll get better. They've had some tough matchups, but Walker's fine. I'm not doing this. This is too much.
And I was gonna say, you really aren't starting Higgins. I know. Okay, Lamb, a couple weeks. If he's back in a couple weeks. Lamb, Neighbors, JSN, JMO. Where does Higgins fall? He's like the depth on your roster. Can we do a 2-for-1 here? Jacobs for like Sutton and Walker. Do you think that's fair?
I think that's fair.
I doubt they would take Olave and Walker, but you can try it.
Right.
I just try that. Try it again. Sutton and Walker for just Jacobs. All right, Robert Perkey. All right, here we go. Got to strap in. 21-9 among his 30 leagues. That's pretty good.
I was going through all my Draftlane leagues today, and I think most of them were doing pretty well. I had some I only had a couple 0-3 teams. That's good.
I need to do that. I'm trying to set lineups at the very least, at the bare minimum, and then I'll check how I actually did as far as wins and losses. Maybe tomorrow.
I don't set lineups yet. I was just doing waivers today. I'm like, I can't.
Well, waivers. Kind of doing both waivers and lineups. Anyways, okay, here we go. Flex picks are getting really tough. That's going to happen when you have. He's going to hit us with a lightning round tomorrow. Thank you.
Ready to give up on Ridley for Tucker? No, I'm not. I don't want to drop Ridley for Tucker yet.
It would have to be a better player. No, don't drop Ridley just yet. Elmer Sanchez is 1-2, 14-man league. No problem. Should I look into trading running back for a receiver? And let's see who to start. Assuming Purdy plays, Purdy or Darnold.
Purdy.
2 receivers. Sadly, not CD. Jacoby, QJ, Higgins, Mooney.
I think it's got to be Jacoby and QJ.
Running backs.
JT and Hampton.
Flex.
Walker. Although Sharp plays, I might go Scattaboo, but let's say Walker for now. And yeah, you probably could trade one of these running backs. Look, Scattaboo getting a lot of steam right now. For good reason. Like, if you could trade Scattaboo for Cortland Sutton, would you do it? I think I would.
Oh, yeah. Well, especially this team just lost CD and Higgins is kind of worthless. Try to do what that other team in this league, the previous super chat. Package Higgins with Scattaboo and try to shoot for a really good receiver. See if somebody actually still wants T. Higgins.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know. All right, there we go. Now we have Pink Star.
Yeah, Pink Star.
Okay. 12-team PPR. I don't know if that means something. 2 receiver, 2 running back, flex, trying to trade Gibbs for Puka.
Why?
Okay.
I mean, this seems very okay, sure, if you need wide receiver. This is a trade you're only, if you have Puka, you're only doing this trade if you badly need Gibbs. You know what I mean? I don't think you're trading Puka for Gibbs just to get Gibbs. Unless you hey, my running backs are horrible and I have really good wide receivers, and you make this deal. So I don't really understand this. I don't know. I mean, I guess because your wide receivers aren't that great, so you want Puka, which I understand. Okay, I want a better wide receiver. But yeah, Puka might be shooting a little too high here right now.
It looks to me like the running back depth is sketchier than the wide receiver depth. So
that's the thing.
I wouldn't do this. So for now, for the time being, I think you're still starting Gibbs and Bucky. What about
Gibbs, Bucky? Am I going Sutton, QJ?
Flex.
I mean, I think you got to definitely go Sutton. I think I'm going Sutton, QJ. I can't ignore a guy that just got 10 targets against Pat Surtain. And he's got Justin Herbert throwing the ball to him, not Michael Penix. I'm going Sutton and QJ. I mean, it's PPR.
Got to at least flex London. Come on. I'm not throwing Trey Benson in there over Drake London this week.
All right. I can consider it. I mean, Penix looks so bad. So bad.
Yeah. 1 week. He'll be better. Actually, this is if you think it's a thing, which, it's usually not a good sign. But apparently OC Zach Robinson for Atlanta is moving down
to the field.
Moving down to the field. That's it. The magic solution.
That's what they needed. There's players only meetings, there's giving up play calling, and there's moving down to the field or moving up to the box. Yeah, like I don't know if this is.
Don't forget the ping pong table in the locker room. That too.
Yeah, taking ping pong table out of the locker room.
There you go. He's like, guys, I couldn't see the field. I was too high up. That's the problem. I didn't know what down it was.
Right.
All right. I'm still starting London. Okay. Robert, by the way, did go through all those flexes. So he's saying thanks for the advice. And we got a new member from Thomas Garcia. Thomas also giving thanks. Won last year and is 3-0 this year. Let's
3-0. He's 3-0.
Nice. All right. There you go. 3-0 this year.
Nice.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. And then we got Corn 456. Gibbs, Mason Walker, Puka T. I hope that's Jason. T Mac, Pearsall, and Benson on waivers. Pierce. Okay. Adam both.
This must be a super shallow league. I can drop T Higgins for either of these guys. Gibbs, Mason Walker, JSN, T-Mac, Pook. I don't know. You don't need anything here, but I'll drop T. Higgins, and I'd probably prefer Pearsall, assuming it's PPR. But Benson's a fine consolation prize. I'll drop T. Higgins for either of these guys.
Yeah, and you didn't list your quarterbacks and tight ends, but if this is a shallow league, if you have a backup tight end, backup quarterback, drop those guys. Drop one of those guys. So, yeah, let's do that. Dylan LeBron. Lamb and Etienne for Chuba. I don't know which side you're on of this. Lamb and Etienne.
I don't even understand this. Like, I don't understand this trade. Like, even if you're like 0-3 and you're like, I just lost Lamb, like, this doesn't help you. No, Lamb and Etienne side by a mile.
Yes. So again, still not sure which side you're on. Be on the Lamb side. Either way.
Yes. Be on the Lamb side.
Get on it. Wish I died IRL. Well, this must be an 0-3 team. Give Monty and Nico for Cook and McLaurin or Omarion and BTJ. Let's see. Monty and Nico.
Well, I would have easily taken the Cook and Terry side. But now we got to really be worried about Terry. Like, it's never a good thing when you're getting a second opinion. Yeah. That means whatever the first opinion was, like if the first opinion was like, oh, it's a very minor quad strain, maybe you miss a game, you're not going to go get a second opinion. You're like, oh, that's terrible. Like, the first opinion must be like, go have surgery? Like, you can't play through this? Like, oh my gosh. Like, I am terrified right now. Like, why do you need a second opinion? Oh man. Yeah, I would have easily been Cook and Terry. Do I give up Monty and Nico for Omarion and BTJ? I might do that. If I can get Omarion and BTJ, I might do that because Omarion should be a stud rest of the season. And again, I mean, Nico was good this week, but I'm still very worried about him in that offense. So I might give up Monty and Nico for Omarion and BTJ, but not the first one now.
No, I don't really think I like the first one. Even if you told me Terry was playing this week, I still don't know if I would like that deal. It's fair, but I don't like it now for sure.
Man, you don't want to get James Cook?
Yeah, I like James Cook, but like Nico.
Don't tell me you're worried about his touchdown regression.
No, trust me. I was drafting a lot of James Cook and happy about it, but give me Omarion and BTJ. Yes. Other option is AK and Nico for Bucky and Dobbins. I don't like that one.
I don't like that one.
Do that second one. If you can get Omarion and BTJ, that's a good one. All right. Keenan Roberts. Here is the super chat. Here's the question. Full PPR, 10-teamer, needs 2 running backs in the flex. Scatterboot, Benson, Chase Brown, Tootin, Pollard, J-Mo, Pickens. QJ's on waivers.
Wow. But who are you going to drop? I mean, can I drop Tootin? I think I could drop Tootin for QJ.
Yeah.
Like Tootin could be a thing, but QJ is already a thing. I think I can drop
It's a
Tootin.
10-teamer.
Yeah, I'll drop Tootin for QJ. I'm going to go Scatterboot and Benson. Sorry, Chase Brown, you're on the bench. And then, assuming you get QJ off waivers, I'll flex QJ. If not, I'll probably flex Pickens.
All right. There you have it. Alex Matos. Hey, guys. Hope all is well. Thank you. Everything good. Needs 2 running backs. Walker, Kamara, Swift, Monty, Scatterboot, and should I add one to flex?
I mean, who are your other flex options? Maybe. I think I'm going Walker. We need two running backs. I think I'm going Walker, Scatterboot, actually. I do have Kamara solid, but do worry. Get game scripted out. I mean, it's a good matchup. It's a good matchup for him. I do worry about getting game scripted out. And we've seen like 2 games where he didn't really catch a lot of passes, and then 1 game where he did. So it's like, is he going to catch passes or not catch passes? I don't know. I think I'm going to go. I'm going to go Walker. I might be too high on Scatterboot, but I'm going to go Walker, Scatterboot.
And as far as flex, I mean, I'm okay with that. I still think Kamara is startable for the most part. I think he'll be fine this week, but yeah, it depends who your flex option is. Kamara is flexible. God's 9-11. Bill Henderson, Worthy if he plays, or Hunter Henry.
I'm not flexing Hunter Henry. I can't do it. If Worthy plays, I'll flex him. Otherwise, I'll flex Bill.
Yeah, if Worthy is out there, you figure he'll get targeted, so he's probably your best bet. Trill Sebi. Knicks or Fields, assuming Fields plays.
Fields. Let's go Fields.
Yeah, big on Fields. To start, gets the Dolphins. Diggs, Tillman, or Ayo?
No. I don't want to.
The answer is no. Is there? Let's see, who on the waiver wire? No.
I mean, Iomanor would probably be my first choice here. I guess Tillman. I mean, Diggs he's not playing a lot right now, and they're not throwing to wide receivers. I'll go the last 2, I guess, but I really don't want to.
Yeah, you gotta wonder if things are gonna change for the Pats. But I don't know. The Panthers, it's not a great spot for him. Yeah, let's go to the last 2. All right, so Cody asking Buka, we did say sell high. What could you get for him? I mean, this really depends on your league and all that. So it depends if it's an 18 league, you're not going to get, as much of a stud player in return. If it's a 12-teamer, it might be different. So
would you take Breece Hall?
I think that's fair. Yeah. I think is it doable? Yeah. Somebody will give you Breece Hall for Ibuka.
What about Kenneth Walker?
I think so.
What about Zay Flowers coming off a down game?
Somebody will definitely take Zay or give you Zay Flowers for Ibuka, I guess.
What about Genty? Would you take Genty?
People are wanting to drop Genty. I know that's the exception, but still, people are like, bench this guy, drop. I bet you could get Genty, and I would take Genty for Ibuka.
What about BTJ?
BTJ, perfect. Give me BTJ. I will take BTJ.
There you go.
I mean, look, other than the guys who have been studs, and for the most part, I know there's always those people who are like, I'm going to trade Justin Jefferson because of Carson Wentz or Jamar Chase is no good. Besides that, like, don't try to get those guys. But besides the obvious studs, there's probably not much that you couldn't get, I think, for Ibuka right now, other than those stud running backs and those obvious stud receivers. And look, if you're in a position, I don't want to spend too long on this, but where you don't have to start Ibuka necessarily, you're good enough for a receiver, try to get CeeDee Lamb. All right. Jason. Sit one. See, here we go. Jamar, Drake, Tet, AJ.
I'm sitting. Maybe I'm too low on Drake London this week. I'm sitting Drake London here.
I'm not low on Drake London, but I'm still not sitting Jamar Chase, right? I think we both have AJ Brown as a strong start, don't we?
Yeah, I'm not sitting AJ Brown. I said last week we had a lot of AJ Brown questions. I was like, I'm not sitting AJ Brown. He just showed this is why you can't sit him.
All right, so for me, I'll put Drake London over Tet this week. But again, you're taking a risk either way. So if you're feeling Drake London like I am, go Drake London. If you're not, like he isn't, then go Tet. All right, so this is Keenan. Is this a different question? I feel like it is. 2 running backs. Okay, Keenan Roberts, 10-man PPR. 2 running backs, tight end and a flex. Scatterboot, Benson, Pollard, Brown, J-Mo, Tootin, Pitts.
No, there's no way the end of this is real. There's no way. There's no way Derrick Henry is on waivers.
Okay, let's just assume that it's actually Hunter Henry. It's probably Hunter Henry.
Yeah, please be Hunter Henry. Please tell me that's Hunter Henry. Okay, 2 running backs are still going to be Scatterboot, Benson. I mean, if that's Hunter Henry, yes, I'll pick up Hunter Henry and play him over Pitts. If it's somehow Derrick Henry, I'll pick him up and play him over anybody.
Right. 0-3. Yeah, I know. Feeling it. Good thing you got Benson at least. Chase Brown is not helping you. He is not helped. All right, let's do this one because it took a minute. Anthony Cervantes finally got the question in here. Didn't post. No, I did not see this the first time. So here's his roster. Anthony's got Hurts and Barkley, Achane, Wilson, Harrison, Flowers, Ridley, Hunter. Here's an offer. Achane and Zay for 2 of Kamara, Javonte, Godwin, Tet, Keenan, Henderson, Warren.
Nah, there's not 2 of that are good enough here. We're talking about a stud running back and a very, very high-end wide receiver for okay players. No, there's not 2 that are good enough here for Achane and Zay.
Yeah, because no matter what you do, you're downgrading at running back. And I don't even think you would upgrade a receiver. So no, don't do that. All right. Well, there you go. You got the answer. This is a good take. I think this might be true. Q-tip from a Tribe Called Quest. Never draft a Jaguars player in the top 3 rounds ever. I mean, maybe that's the key.
Maybe that's the key. Just draft the late ones. Because now Etienne was drafted late this year and now he's good. Maybe that's the key. Just wait till they fall.
You're not wrong. Offthewallcleaning.com. Needs 2, and 1 flex. Nico Dunze, Tet Higgins, Devonta Smith, Genty, Hampton, Mason Pollard.
All right. We're going to go Hampton, Mason at running back. Still starting Nico. Definitely starting Odunze. Not flexing T. Probably not flexing Smith. Maybe flexing Genty. Genty or Tet. That's the decision here. Genty or Tet. Is it full PPR? Genty gets the Bears.
Yeah, it's tough. I was all over Tet last week. Didn't come through with a big game. He was good, not great. Genty has been not that good. But the matchup is definitely better for him.
Yeah, I think I'll go Genty.
Yeah, I don't want to be like, I'm out on McMillan now, but I think Genty's still good enough. All right, back to, again, Don's. Apologies. I think I said Dan earlier. Don Gropey. Drop Ridley for Godwin. Or drop Wandale. I think I'd drop Wandale first.
Oh, drop Wandale. Drop Wandale.
Yeah. Miguel. What's up, Miguel? CD for London.
I don't want to. I mean, only if you're 0-3 and your wide receiver, like you just lost CD, and now your wide receiver room is horrible. Maybe not horrible, but like, not very good. It might be horrible if you're 0-3 with CD and you're staring at potentially going 0-6, 0-7. Then maybe I do this. But if you're 2-1, 3-0, even if you're 1-2 and you still have good wide receivers, I'm just going to hold on to CD here.
Well, he did say his record. He did say in that same league, I'm a different chat here. He said that league where he has CD, he also has Terry McLaurin. So I'm guessing he's a little worried about his receivers.
Yeah, well, they might be horrible now.
All right, and then this is a different league. JMO and Harvey for Monty.
Oh, this is tough. My only worry here is like if you give up Harvey and he does eventually surpass Dobbins, but I mean Dobbins looks good. Like I think it's gonna take an injury. I think it's gonna take an injury to Dobbins. Like he's looking good. Like how do you bench a guy who's looking good? Now Dobbins probably will get hurt because that's kind of what Dobbins does. That is his thing.
It's kind of a thing, kind of a
But
pattern.
we know Monty's good. He's in a good offense. I think. Remember, week one is always such a myth. Like if you fall for anything that happened in week one, I don't know what to tell you. Like remember after week one, it's like oh, they need Ben Johnson. The Lions need Ben Johnson. They're not the same. And then look at them the last 2 weeks, just stomping teams, go offensive juggernaut. Like, yeah, I don't think Ben Johnson was the secret. I think I'm probably just taking Monty here, although I'll be sweating Harvey all year long.
Yeah, in general, not just in NFL, but every sport, coaches get too much credit and too much blame at the same time. Like it's the players, had to go out and do it. But anyways, I think it's okay to do. Abamanu in a 16-teamer wants to rank these rest of season. Okay. Singletary, Horton, Booty.
Is that Devin Singletary?
I guess he's now Tracy's hurt. Tracy's hurt.
Okay, I was gonna. I know you're doing the stash video. You put Coke. Did you put Coker on the stash video?
I did.
Yeah,
this is the time.
Yep, perfect. I think I'm gonna go Coker number 1 here. He should go right into that slot role for Carolina. We know Bryce loves the slot. I'll put Tucker number 2. I might put Monangai number 3 because I mean he might just have to get more touches because Swift's so bad. Horton number 4, Booty number 5, and Devin Singletary a distant number 6.
Yeah, let's keep Singletary. I also going to talk about Monangai in the stash video. Not that he's great, but Swift is not. That's basically what it comes down to. All right, John Wickering. Thank you again, John, as always. Trying to pick up Hunter Henry. Drop Pitts in Tucker for Golden. Start who? Okay, well, let's do the start. Let's do the pickup thing. Would you do Hunter Henry and to drop Pitts? I think we said yes earlier.
Yeah, that's fine. And you could drop Tucker for Golden, definitely.
Tucker for Golden, yeah.
How do you already have Tucker but not Golden?
That's good. That's a good question. All right. Well, yeah, you can do both of those. Start who? Hurts, yes. JT, Genty, Benson, Swift, Scat. We need 2, 2, 1, and 1 flex. And then here are the receivers. Wax the guy played. Nice.
All right, we're gonna go JT and I guess Benson. JT and Benson at running back. Igbuka Pearsall at wide receiver. Juwan at tight end. I don't think I could flex Hill. I'm gonna flex Genty. I'm gonna flex Genty. I can't hear you. Are you muted?
Oh, sorry. About trading Ladd and Kincaid for
Oh yeah.
Garrett Wilson.
Oh yeah. I'm doing this 100%. Give me Garrett Wilson. 100%.
Yeah. Yeah, it's worth it. Civic. Just got Ja'Cory, Bill Crosby, Trey Benson, Cortland Sutton, gave up Hampton and Pollard. Bill Benson and Sutton for Hampton and Pollard.
I feel like Hampton might end up being the best player in this deal. But, I mean, you got Benson and you got Sutton. You have potential here. Pollard, he's okay. I think it's okay. You might just regret it, though, if Hampton ends up going off. That's my worry here.
Yeah, I feel like this is going to help your depth, and especially we don't know your receivers here. Like if Sutton slides into your starting wide receiver 2 or 3 position, this could help your team. I do agree, like you said, Hampton's probably going to be the best player overall, but Benson should be at least an RB2, hopefully. Bill is playable, it could be all right. All right, how about this? Mike got offered Bijan and Juwan for Chase and Bowers.
Yeah, I do this.
So take Bijan.
Give me Bijan. I'm fine with Juwan. I'm fine with Juwan Johnson. He's been every bit as good or better than Bowers this year. I'm doing this 100%.
Crazy 100%. But true. Yeah. The real question here is now we want to know is it Bijan or is it Bijan? Now we're hearing it's Bijan.
Well, yeah, because he said that it's Bijan, but then on the Monday Night Football game or whatever, or the Sunday Night Football game, whatever it was, he said Bijan.
Like he doesn't even know.
He doesn't even know.
It makes no sense. All right, Bijan. I don't know. We gotta ask. What else? The source. Ask where's his mom.
Yeah. Ask his mom.
John Wickering. By the way, so glad I kept JT instead of Lamb. Yeah. Now, as it turns out, yes. You never know. All right, Ruben, Garayon, Barkley, Genty, Judkins, Big Benson, Etienne, Harrison, McConkey, Adams, Moore, Debo, Bowers, Henry, Mahomes, Bo Nix needs two. A tight end and a QB, and need to win.
All right, definitely going to go Barkley. I'm going to go Judkins second. I'm going to go Adams 1. I might go Debo. If Terry's out, I might go Debo too, honestly. Harrison, Ladd, oh man. I might go Adams and Debo if Terry's out. I mean, 2 flexes here. I'll go Genty. I'll go Genty, Etienne. Even though Etienne is a tough matchup. I mean, he's still the workhorse there. He still looks good. He catches passes. Ladd, DJ Moore. Oh, man. I think you still got to go Bowers at tight end. I guess Mahomes, Knicks. That's close. Like, Knicks gets the Bengals. Let's go Knicks.
Yeah, I'm pretty down on Mahomes and the whole Chiefs offense at this point until those receivers come back. I would go Knicks. All right, let's do Lil Isaiah. Traded BTJ, Terry, and Bill for Benson, Kamara, Smitty. What do you think about that?
Well, this might end up looking really good if Terry is out for an extended time, if this is something serious. But if Terry's healthy and good to go, I think I still prefer the BTJ side. But it's not lopsided or anything. I mean, look, BTJ continues to be a bust. You're going to be very happy you've got Benson, Kamara, and Devonta Smith. So,
yeah, I mean, this is, sometimes there's risk taking on players. Sometimes there's getting rid of that risk. You unloading. BTJ has been bad. Terry could be hurt. Seriously, we don't know. Bill just might not happen. So I think this is solid. I don't think you'll regret it, at least unless BTJ just goes ham the rest of the season.
Right.
Still got Bokhart, Hampton, CD, and JJ. All right. Any other moves? Somehow 0-3.
Yeah. I mean, no other. I mean, you don't want to trade away CD, so yeah. I mean, you're 0-3 because BTJ has been terrible and Terry's been mostly terrible. So yeah.
All right. Well, you already made a pretty big move, so we'll see how that pans out. Hopefully, Benson is it. Phil Ciortino, is Darnold a realistic option this week with JD still unsure and Fields on the Jets?
Yeah, he's a realistic option, but I liked Darnold a lot last week. I recommended Darnold a lot to people last week, but that's because they were playing the Saints. This is, not as good of a matchup this week, so I have him more like a streaming option. I would rather just take Fields. Fields gets to play the Dolphins. I would rather gamble on Fields and that rushing upside.
Yeah, if Fields plays, he's the number one option here. Darnold's fine. He's a fine fallback, though. KJ Herring also 0-3. All right, let's see what we can do here. Either Dak or Williams. Who you like this week? I'm going to go Williams.
Got to be Caleb. Dak against the Packers? No.
Chase Brown, Monty, and Hampton. Lamb. Oh, man. This just went from bad to worse. And Evans. Wow.
At least you got St. Brown. We're going to go Monty and Hampton. We're definitely going to go St. Brown. Going to go Devonta Smith. Oh, man. Losing Lamb and Evans in the same week. And you're 0-3. That's just brutal. So we got to flex either Ridley, Cup, or Chase Brown. I'll just gamble on Chase Brown here. Kraft at tight end. Man, good luck.
Right,
that's
brutal. I'm assuming this is the same team. Here we go. You're like, oh, at least you got St. Brown. Was offered Ladd and Etienne for St. Brown.
No, how can you can't do this? He's your only last good wide receiver standing. You can't do this.
Yeah, I don't think that's no. Like, buy low on Ladd. That's not buying low. Also, someone says Ty Warren is available. Do I pursue him? You have Kraft. I don't think you need one. You need wide receiver help. Chris KD has 2 bench spots. Here are the waiver options. Someone just left Romeo Dobbs on waivers. None of these running backs, I don't think. Who are you grabbing?
I mean, I think you have to grab Golden. I mean, Chris, my man, you're on here almost every stream. We've been saying to pick up Golden for like 2 weeks now. How have you not picked up Golden yet? What is going on, man? And same with Elikai Manor. We've been saying pick this guy up for like every week this year. How do you not have this guy already on your roster? You shouldn't have to be sweating this right now. You got to sweat like, am I going to get these guys or not? You should already have these guys, Chris. You're on here you're on here every week. You're watching our videos, I hope. It's Golden and Manor, or Manor,
yep.
Manor, or however you pronounce it.
And Alex Matos was CD out. Here the option is London, Olave, Golden, BTJ, Hollywood, but put in a claim for Tolbert. Okay, did not put in a claim for Tolbert video, and spoiler alert, did not put him on the stash video either. But okay.
No, I mean, look, I think you should be fine with like London, Olave, BTJ. If you want to shoot for a more upside, you can put Golden in over Olave.
There you go. All right, and then Luis, trade Bucky to get Cortland Sutton.
I mean, I certainly think if you offered somebody that's Cortland Sutton, if you offered them Bucky Irving, they're going to happily take Bucky Irving. That being said, do you want to trade Bucky Irving for Cortland Sutton right now? I'm not so sure I'd want to do that.
Yeah, I don't feel like it's quite enough. Sutton's solid, but I think you could do better. Danny Takuchi. It's a 10-teamer. Fields, Williams, London, Ted Adams, Ridley Diggs, Gibbs, Walker, Benson, Scat, Sharps, and McBride. Moves. Wants to know about moving Walker, possibly.
I mean, you could move. Well, who do you got here? You got London, Ted. I mean, yeah, because like but you've got Charbonnet. I don't know if I want to move Walker if I should.
think maybe he's like, okay, I'm feeling it's a 10-teamer. He's feeling better at running back. He's like, oh, I got Trey Benson and now I got Scadaboo, so I got 2 other starters. So like I see this. I think you could do this. And wide receiver is good, not great.
Right. I just know. I mean, again, if I could trade Kenneth Walker for Zay Flowers right now, I go ahead and do it.
There you go. Someone in that ballpark.
Yeah.
But I think you got a good team here. Otherwise, it hasn't quite all come together yet, but it will. I think London and Ted are going to keep getting better as the season goes on. In Lucero, in a 10-teamer also, got Herbert, Bijan, Jacobs, Pearsall, Sutton, Tucker, Warren, Hampton at the flex, Chargers, and Bates. Here's the bench. Any changes, and would you trade for a receiver in this league?
I mean, yeah, I'd probably trade for a wide receiver because you got Pearsall and Sutton as your starting wide receivers, which is fine, but we can probably do better here. But Trey Tucker's your wide receiver 3? And you don't have any wide receivers on your bench? Is that what I'm seeing?
Downs.
I mean, you got Bijan, Jacobs, Omar, and Hampton, Judkins on the bench, Scadaboo on the bench. I mean, these guys have value right now. Like, let's trade one of these guys. Like, look, Omar and Hampton might be great the rest of the season, but let's go trade him for like a stud wide receiver. Like, let's go get. I mean, I don't know. Let's package him in like, I don't know, somebody. Who would you package? I don't even know who you would package. Like maybe him and Sutton and go get Neighbors. Yeah. Maybe him and Sutton and go get JSN.
I think you go for that. JSN seems fair. Yeah, you got 2 stud running backs, and you've got 2 really good rookie running backs on the bench, and then Hampton. Yeah, I think you definitely make a move for a receiver here.
Yeah.
Alex Sanchez. Trade. I love this. Not only do I like the trade, you love the trades where Fab's involved. Traded Scadaboo for Rome and some Fab.
I mean, that's got to be a win. I mean, you're getting I don't know how much Fab you gave up, but even if it was all the Fab, it might be a win. Honestly. 17 Fab? Oh, come on, that's a win. It's a huge win.
Yeah, you got Rome, that's a win. All right. Also, Alex Sanchez, have Mason, Genty, Henderson, Kamara. Should I still drop a bag on Benson in this case? Now that you got that extra Fab hanging out.
I mean, yeah, look, you got extra 17 Fab. Why not? I mean, you can never have too many good players. Again, don't drop it all. But you got the extra 17. So, I mean, if you want to drop 101 and guarantee you get him, you'll still have 16 Fab. You can work with that.
Yeah, I say this all the time. Maybe you don't need a player, but think about it this way. Would you rather have that player on your bench or someone else's bench?
Right.
You get that guy so somebody else doesn't. Get that guy so that, if you need him, you got him, and you don't let somebody else have him. I mean, sure, if you can do it, do it. Anthony, 3-receiver league, got offered BTJ for DK and Dobbins. Yes or no?
I mean, you're giving up Dobbins and DK to get BTJ. I think you got to take this.
I'm taking it. I feel like this is a good buy low. Dobbins has been good. DK's just whatever. Take a chance on BTJ. Yeah. And you could use a little boost there at receiver. I mean, Ladd has been underwhelming. DJ's been underwhelming. The bench is not guys you want to start. Yeah, I'm doing this. All right. What about Ball? Traded another Dobbins trade. Traded Dobbins and Pollard for Bucky. Solid.
Yeah, that's a good deal here. It's a good buy low on Bucky right here. Yeah, good buy low.
Yeah. Cal Banks wants to trade McBride for a running back because we got Hunter Henry. Team interested in McBride has Hampton, Judkins, Dobbins, Charbonnet. Go for Hampton.
I mean, if you can, Hampton would be my first choice, of course, if you can get him. I mean, Judkins would be I would have him in the exact order you have him. So say, okay, this is the way I always do. If a team comes to me and says, hey, I want Trey McBride, I say, okay, I need a running back. I want Hampton. And they're going to say yes or no. And if they say no, I say, okay, would you do Judkins? If they say no again, I might not do Dobbins. I might be like, all right, I'll just hold McBride then. Then I'll just hold McBride.
No, you don't need to sell for Dobbins. Remember, Trey McBride was like a 3rd-round pick in most drafts, right? Judkins was plucked off of waivers in most leagues. Okay, I know that doesn't matter as much now, but it still should matter a little bit. Hampton, okay, I think Hampton is fair. Hampton and McBride were drafted pretty equally. McBride is a stud at the position. He's having a good season so far. Hampton is perfectly fair. Guy wants McBride, give up Hampton.
Right.
If not, okay, fine. McBride, I'll throw in Hunter or Io Manor. Done. Maybe. Cheap perp. Pick up Benson, Judkins, or scout on waivers. Yes. We have to rank them?
I mean, I'd rank them Judkins, Benson, Scattaboo.
Yeah. Sports poker guy. BTJ for Lamb.
I mean, I want Lamb here. I mean, you're selling BTJ for Lamb straight up, so I assume that means you're okay knowing that you might not have Lamb for 3 or 4 weeks, which in that case, yeah, give me Lamb. Give me Lamb for sure.
Yeah. Take Lamb. Only concern with Lamb is he'll miss a couple of weeks. There are other concerns with BTJ that are more concerning. You know, still think it's a buy low opportunity, but yeah, take Lamb. Civic now, 97, start 3, London, Sutton, Pickens, McLaurin, Golden, Harrison, and once a grade. Just on the receivers, though.
Just on the receivers. All right. I'm starting, well, I mean, Terry, even if he plays, you can't feel good. I'm starting London, Sutton. Probably still have to go Pickens over Harrison and Golden, although very nervous Golden might have a great game here. Grade your wide receiver room. It's a solid, like a lot of solid guys. No, like, I mean, maybe London will get there, but right now, like a lot of solid guys, like a 7-5. But look, if Golden pops off, if London gets to be a top 5 wide receiver this year, it definitely could get better. This room could definitely get better.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. We don't know, assuming PPR, assuming 12 team. A lot of good players. A lot of good players here. I like it enough. I'll go 8.5. I think this is a really good group. Mr. Crawley. Herbert or Caleb?
You got to go Herbert. Herbert's been so good. Can't bench Herbert.
I could see Caleb having a bigger week because of the matchup, right, against the Raiders. But yeah, I'm not benching Herbert. Kyle Banks got the membership. Appreciate you, Kyle. And this is that same question. So I think this is the one we already answered, but just want to show that Kyle showing the love. All right. This is another one, though. But it looks like the same thing. Okay. Never mind. I think he posted the same thing a few times by accident. And yes, you posted it several times. Okay. Michael Cazares got another super chat here. Drop Dak and pick up Caleb.
Yes. Drop Dak and pick up Caleb.
Nate.
No, drop Dak and pick up Caleb. Dak has to go against the Packers this week. He just lost CeeDee Lamb. Yeah, drop Dak, pick up Caleb.
Yeah, that's the thing. Dak's definitely dropping in value now, at least for however long CD's out. Not going to be the same. Raul Gomez needs 2 running back, 2 receiver, tight end flex, Irving, Kyron, Chase, Wilson, Ertz, QJ, Andrews, Judy, Pacheco, Waddle, Mahomes. Or would you bench Mahomes for Williams? I'm doing it.
Yeah, probably go Caleb Williams this week. 2 running backs are going to be Bucky and Kyron. 2 wide receivers are, yes, going to be Chase and Garrett Wilson. Ertz, the tight end, is fine. Ertz or Andrews? Ooh, Ertz or Andrews? Are we chasing that big Andrews game? But look, if Terry's out,
yeah, Terry's
I think
out.
I'm
Ertz
going
does
Ertz.
become
I
more
know
interesting.
Andrews had a big game, but we can't ignore what he did the first 2 weeks. Yeah, QJ at the flex is fine, and then Caleb over Mahomes.
Not only that, but it's not a good matchup this week for Andrews, where he gets that Chiefs defense. Go Ertz. All right, Irwin. It's a 12-teamer. He's 1-2. It's okay. Got Dak, HN, Kyron, Chase, Adams, Kraft, Scattaboo, and then the bench. It doesn't look like anybody you'd want to start. Should I trade anyone?
I don't know, but I would put Fields in over Dak for sure. Should I trade anyone to win the league? I'm not sure if there's any league-winning trades to be made here. Because the problem is the bench. Like, nobody wants T. Higgins right now. Harvey, Braylon Allen. These guys don't really have a lot of value right now.
Yeah, I think I don't know who's on your waiver wire. That bench, again, there's not a lot of value here. Hold on to Harvey. Hold on to Io Manor. But, I don't know. It would be nice if someone was like, hey, I'll take T. Higgins.
Yeah, it'd be nice. Be nice. You got any like Bengals homers in your league?
Yeah, you never know. Here's Chris KD. Didn't want to believe in Io Manor because I really
all right. Fair.
I get it. They could coexist. Golden just came available. Someone dropped to answer your question. All right. So now for the flex.
Okay, that's good.
2. QJ, Iowa, or Golden this week.
I'm going QJ and Golden. I can't be like all in on Golden, of course, but man, against the Cowboys, I want him in my line.
All right. Here's maybe the toughest question of the week. Remember Mark Evans, Texans fan. Is it time for General Mills to take over for the Texans? Get CJ Stroud out of there. Of course, we're talking about Davis Mills.
Is he still on the roster? It's impressive.
Apparently.
It's impressive.
No? What do you think? Is he the answer?
No, I don't think he's the answer. I think the answer is invest in the offensive line.
Well, I don't think he's going to make the stash video this week either, but maybe next week. We'll see. Rico Baptiste. Oh, now that's tough. Would you drop Harvey for Benson?
Yeah, I think I would because, I mean, look, we hope that RJ Harvey takes over the backfield at some point. But we know Trey Benson is taking over the backfield. So just give me the guy I know is taking over the backfield.
I know. I hate to do it, but exactly. What you said, Benson's going to be the guy. And for what it's worth, Rico has every rookie running back. He has Henderson, Genty, and Scattaboo, along with Harvey. Not too bad. Kyler traded Scattaboo, Pearsall, and Benson for CMC and Etienne.
That's a huge. I mean, who's trading away CMC right now? Like, this guy's just giving me 20-point games every single week. Even when he doesn't even need to score touchdowns to give you 20 points. Like, this guy's floor is literally over 20 points, assuming you're in PPR, of course. That's a massive win. How did you do this?
They're like, I got 3 for 2. I won the trade. Or it's one of those people who, like, even though they drafted CMC, are like, he's going to get hurt any day now, but I'm going to draft him.
Right. Exactly. I know he's going to get hurt. All right.
Okay. Hey, look, well done, Kyler. That's a win. Raymond Cerna. Drop Diggs to pick up Rashee Rice.
100%. 100%. I mean, remember, after this week, there's only 2 more weeks, and then Rashee Rice is back. Only 2 more games, then Rice is back. Like, I don't think you're going to miss Stephon Diggs here.
All right, how about this? Band's dog. Still love that avatar. Would you trade Diggs for Golden?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, Diggs, like, come on, Diggs, like, he's not even out there a lot right now. Like, And they're not even throwing to these guys. They're not throwing to Booty or Diggs at all. Yeah, definitely. Give me Golden.
Yeah, do this. All right, then we have Jorge Salomon offered Laporta for Godwin. I pick up Juwan Johnson and drop Charbonnet. Should I accept the trade?
Yes, I think it's funny. He said offered Laporta for Godwin. Currently have Laporta. Like, I hope you have Laporta. I hope you're not trading somebody else's tight end. Like, hey, I'll trade you Pierre's tight end for Chris Godwin. Yeah, look, if Juwan Johnson is available, how is Juwan Johnson still available on waivers? Yeah, I'll do this and just pick up Juwan. Definitely.
Yeah, well, Laporta's just solid, but again, not like elite tight ends. Sure, do it. And then the original heartbreaker, Tom Petty. Pick up Trey Tucker or Godwin. It's got to be Godwin.
It's got to be Godwin. If Godwin is out there, you got to pick him up.
Got to pick him up. That's wild. It is wild. 8-man league. Lost Evans. Okay. Needs a receiver. Currently got this squad. Offered Pollard and DJ Moore for Scadaboo and Keon Coleman. I don't think that's the answer.
Well, but wait, is he getting Pollard and DJ Moore? Because he's saying he has Scadaboo. Current running backs, Kamara, Genti, Brees Hall, and Scadaboo. So I'm assuming somebody offered him Pollard and DJ Moore for Scadaboo. Yeah, I would take this.
Well, I would take it, but I think we got to aim higher than Moore.
Yeah, I mean, we got to aim higher than Moore, but he's still better than Keon Coleman, I think.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. Like you said, okay, you guys got to be get rid of Keon Coleman. I would do this, but
I think you probably
trade
still
a Kamara.
Another wide receiver.
Yeah, try to upgrade a wide receiver more. All right, Arthur. Now, which offense turns it on late? Good question. There's 32 candidates. I'm a little more skeptical of Carolina's offense. I don't think I'm going to pick them anymore.
Yeah, offense that turns it on late. So like an offense that could get
going to get better as the season goes on.
Yeah.
I think it's too soon for Tennessee. They're still they need an offensive line. I don't think the play calling switch is the answer. I'm
going to say Patriots. I think the Patriots have a lot of good pieces there. Like if Diggs starts getting healthier, maybe if they get Kyle Williams more involved. They got Drake May. They have a good defense. I'm going to say Patriots.
And then I'll let's see. I mean, obviously we were talking about a team that isn't doing anything on offense yet.
Right.
So believe it or not, I might go with the Jets. They got Justin Fields is still
it's not a bad pick.
Capable of putting up points. Brees Hall. I think the Jets will turn it on enough. I don't think it'll be an elite offense, but I think they'll definitely get better. All right, let's see. Got a few more. We're almost caught up. Chief Perp now. Trade CD or hang on. Yeah, I mean,
if you can, you hang on. If you can hang on, you hang on.
Got this team. I mean, your team's good enough here. Let's see. Submitted a waiver claim Pacheco for Benson. That's fine. You're fine dropping Pacheco, I'm sure.
Yes. For Benson, absolutely.
I'll do Burden for Fannin.
Yeah, you don't need Fannin anymore.
Yeah, generally speaking, it's just not a good time to trade away. CeeDee Lamb, just hold on. He's not out for the season. We don't know if it's going to be IR. Just hold on. All right, Michael with another one. Michael Cazares, trade Hollywood, Walker, Waddle for Rice, Chase Brown, Ertz.
I think I do this. I mean, Hollywood, Waddle, not going to miss them at all. Rashee Rice should be great. I mean, look, they need Rashee Rice badly. Like maybe Chase Brown's a bum all year. Oh well, Ertz is at least solid. I think I take the Rice side here. I feel like Rice is probably the best player in this deal.
Yeah, then he says, or Zay Flowers and Chase Brown. So I guess we're swapping out Flowers for Rice. You still prefer Rice?
I mean, I think I would prefer Zay Flowers. He's healthy. He's playing. He can actually help me the next 3 weeks, whereas Rice can't. I'm not giving up on Zay Flowers because of last night. Like, Zay Flowers has been great this year. We know Zay Flowers. Yeah, I would rather have Zay Flowers Chase Brown.
Yeah, I think it's doable. You can do this. All right, Alex Soberon traded away Trey Benson for Drake London. That's a huge dub. Huge.
Yeah, that should definitely be a win.
I can't. Oh, okay. I'm not going to go into where over 3 hours in, but yeah, that's a huge win. This is a perfect buy low on Drake London and sell high for a guy who hasn't even started a game yet. So okay, yeah, do it. And you look perfect because you have CD Lamb and Mike Evans. Look, Alex, well done. I think this trade is like a 10 out of 10. Let's see. Almost there. We are caught up. We have caught up to all the super chats, and we wish we could answer all the comments, but we're over 3 hours in. So let's just tell you, we'll be back tomorrow. We're going to do it again. So if you didn't get your questions answered, no worries. Try again tomorrow. Also, I would suggest maybe you try the Draftlane app. There it is. QR code, download it. It's free. Use code ENDGAME. Get 10 free credits. And then you can try it risk-free. It's a free download. And also, while you're trying it out, or maybe you already got it, a lot of you already have the app. If you have downloaded the app and maybe you just haven't taken a second to give it a rating, I prefer the 5-star variety. I know Chris does too. So give us a good rating. We're working hard to try to make it the best app in fantasy football to help you win. Answer all your questions on there as well. And we can answer them anytime, any type of question. You can sync a Yahoo or Sleeper League with it. We can see your rosters. We can see your league mates' rosters, all of that. So try it out now if you haven't yet. Thank you all for being on here, and we will see you again tomorrow.